supporting their clients for over 30 years with locations in several communities throughout the southern part of the province. B&A Petroleum is available for all your bulk fuel and lubricant needs, with propane at selected locations Monday to Friday. And don't forget, their Cardlock location is accessible 24 hours for your convenience. B&A Petroleum. Fuel you once, fuel you forever.
Get ready to kick some serious Barossa this harvest. You've put in the time, put in the work, put in all that effort to get here, and now it's go time. Barossa & Sons is with you. Find everything you need this harvest season with trusted used equipment, combines to headers, augers to grain carts. Visit online or stop by in person. We're in go mode with you. Everything's online at ebarassa.com. You're in it to bin it dealer.
Broadcasting from Century Studios in downtown Regina, Harvard Media presents The Sports Cage, where Saskatchewan comes to talk local sports. Brought to you by Nelson Homes, supplying home packages and RTMs for over 65 years. Be part of the show. Call 1-866-767-0620 or text 306-936-6262. The Sports Cage. Streaming at sportscage.com, our YouTube channel, and on the radio at 620 CKRM.
Friday edition of the Sports Cage. Made it through the week on a bye week. Scrambling to get things together. Trying to keep things as local as possible. Trying to have some fun. Hopefully you've had a fun week as well. Maybe your holidays have started already. You're on the road right now. That's where I'd like to be. But if you're making time through the app or on the radio, 620 CKRM, or maybe it's through YouTube and you're watching things through sportscage.com, and Colson always likes if you hit the like button and subscribe. 3 hours today, and do we have, for a solo mission with just me and Colson, it's a busy one. We got a lot of different people to talk to. Western Pizza Guest Hotline is where our guests come in to play. Perfect pizza, generous amount of toppings, all the Greek food you love, like souvlaki, ribs, salad. It's Friday. I don't think we're cooking at our house. It sounds like a Western Pizza kind of night. All of our sports tickers coming at you. Reliance Heath Water Heater Rentals from Extreme Hockey and Sport, where they now have the price match guarantee, and our friends at Steelcraft Doors Regina. Participate as much as you want. Send emails, text messages, call. Prairie Land Rentals. Sponsor the text line, 936-6262. From power tools, gardening tools, big skid steers, whatever you need, they can deliver as well. Prairie Land Rentals, 600 Albert Street, and you get to deal with the owner. Hour one, Farhan Lalji from TSN coming on to talk a little CFL football. What a shootout last night. We'll get to that in a bit. Going to ask Farhan some questions. If you got questions for Farhan, Prairie Land Rentals text line. If you got questions for any of our guests, how about a little Ryan Pothakos, manager of the Regina Red Sox, upset? How you feeling? How you doing, Medicine Hat? 2 straight sweeps. See you later. Take a seat. Red Sox are on to the next round, awaiting the winner of the Saskatoon Moose Jaw Series, which Game 3 goes tonight there. So we'll talk to Rye at about 40 past the hour. Hour 2, former rider Tad Kornegay, Grey Cup champ. He's coming on. Always a great chat. He's been following what the Riders are doing. We'll talk to Tad. Got questions, let us know. We mentioned that the Baseball Canada Men's National Championship is coming to Regina. August 21st to 24th, Curry Field, Optimus Park, hosted by the Regina Trappers. You're going to find out kind of the skill level, what's coming to town those days, as Nolan Dozotel is going to join us from the Trappers. They're also doing a last-minute push for volunteers. So pay attention. If you like baseball, why not spend a few days at the park? Like Sharky and I were talking about the beer gardens, how those things are going to be humming that week. It'll be a lot of fun. Rob Vanstone in hour 3, rider historian. He knows. When you talk to Robbie, the numbers, the stats, the players, the names, just rolls off the tongue. So Rob Vanstone in hour 3. Prairie Golf Gems. look at local golf courses around the province. We like to do it. Thanks to everyone who's messaged in and said, hey, you guys should check out this one or this one or this one. Today, it's Cypress Hills Golf Course. I was blown away. And I know some of you listening out there are either down in Cypress Hills right now or in the area, or you've played it. And you're like, yeah, are there trees? Looks like northern Saskatchewan down there. It's awesome. Oh, and I forgot. In hour 2, we're supposed to have former rider, I know a lot of you are holding out hopes that he's coming back, current Indianapolis Colt, Ajou Ajou. 3 catches, 18 yards last night in preseason game against the Baltimore Ravens. So Joe's supposed to join us in hour 2 around Colson. What is it, the bottom of the hour? I think around the bottom of the hour. In hour 2. So jam-packed show, like I said. If you're a baseball fan, were you out at Curry Field last night? And we got some messages here that came in. It was packed. I wonder if they turned people away. That's one thing I don't know. Does anyone out there know? Let us know. Can't see it. But the Red Sox take out the Medicine Hat Mavericks, and now they wait. 3-game series. These little 3-game series in baseball, in any sport, not to state the obvious, anything can happen, right? Who was it last night? Brady Bye, James Wright went 3 for 5 at the plate, RBI each. Zaid Brannigan, Laura's boy, had a 2-hit night for the Red Sox. So now we wait and see. Moose Jaw, Saskatoon. Are they going to get that game in Saskatoon? Colson, can you quickly, what's the weather like in Saskatoon tonight? I saw pictures of the Cook Golf Course on socials in Prince Albert. The north got drilled with rain. Perfect. They need it up there. Bad. So I don't know how bad Saskatoon's going to be tonight.
It's saying a light rain right now. It's supposed to taper off around 7 p.m. So they might hold off, see if it's going to lighten up enough to play, but I don't know.
Yeah, so we'll wait and see. We'll talk to Ry Pothakos here in hour 1 from the Regina Red Sox. I watched CFL tackle football last night, especially the second half. Paid more of attention, kind of running around doing dishes and stuff during the first, but listening. What a finish again. Like, I know hot tip, all football can be really boring at times. Doesn't matter if it's CFL, NFL, flag, touch, 6-a-side, 9-a-side, which I can't wait for. Our Friday Night Lights feature is back this year. Write down. And Colson, remember last night when I was talking about gambling? Mm-hmm. And I said, well, the last time these two teams played, it was 37-33. Should probably take the over, but it was like 52 or whatever Sports Select had it at. No, I didn't do it. It kind of waited too long. Then the game was on, put an in-play bet in. Hamilton was down. Hamilton to come back. I lost that. It's a give and take relationship, me and Sports Select. 41-38 was the final.
79 points.
Hey.
Cruise to that over.
Another hot tip. If those two teams ever play again, take the over.
All offense, no defense.
What was that here? So this is the problem, though. As I said, I'm running around doing dishes, making sure the house is clean, doing my part. I look at, I see the score in the second quarter, and I'm like, 7-6. I'm like, am I glad I didn't take the over? And then there's only 7 points scored in the second quarter. So we got a 13-7 game. I'm like, oh, I'm so smart. I stayed away from that. And then the third and the fourth quarter, it's like all of a sudden just an absolute track meet shows up. Nathan Rourke, yeah. At times, yes. Other times, what is he looking at or seeing or throwing at?
It was 21-15 in the third quarter. That's points scored for Hamilton. That's a whole football game right there.
Yeah, man. I know. And then Bo Levi Mitchell, I thought played okay. What is Travis and Regina has already texted in here on the Prairie Land Rentals text line. Man, I need some good entertainment while I continue landscaping my backyard. Hopefully you're using the rusty shovel and using rented tools from Prairie Land Rentals. See, I love that. See, my real job is, the clients, so I get it. Quite the comment from Bo after last night's game. Seemed like he didn't care they lost. He's already looking onto the Sask game this week. Ooh, we should find that. I didn't even hear that comment. Travis from Regina, thanks.
I'm
bud.
trying to find it. I don't see anything so far.
Remember, lift with your back when you're doing landscaping, Travis. Yeah, it was an entertaining football game. And tonight, see now, Travis and everyone out there listening. Travis, it's not lift with your back, by the way, right? We know that. It's we got a real interesting one with Edmonton. I just scratched my head. If you're watching the stream, Edmonton at Montreal. Cody's going back. And McLeod Bethel Thompson against the team that said, get out of here. So, yeah, I like that one. And then what's the betting line? What do we sprinkle on here this evening? And there's NFL preseason again. My Patriots are in action. Go Pats. Edmonton pays $2.55. So Montreal's a 2-point favorite. It's not a lot. At home. They're giving Edmonton some respect. Should we play a little money line on Edmonton tonight? 50.5 is the over-under. Colson, we could reconvene. I'm not here next week. I'm on holidays, but we could reconvene. We could text tonight. And if it's another shootout, I know it's not Bo and Nathan. I know that.
Yeah.
But Cody's definitely serviceable. McLeod Bethel Thompson's somewhat serviceable. The only thing is Montreal, I don't know who's back for receivers because they had a lot of injuries on the receiving the playmaker side last week. But 50.5 seems like a low number in Montreal. Montreal back-to-back home games. Not bad. So, yeah, that's what's going on tonight. Is it time to take a break? We're waiting for Farhan. Farhan's coming around pretty soon. We'll take a break. We'll talk CFL football with Farhan. If you got any questions, let us know. 936-6262, Prairie Land Rentals text line. We are streaming through sportscage.com and on the home of the Riders, 620 CKRM.
This is Country Gold with Steve Harmon. Your home for the country hits of the 80s, 90s, and 2000s.
Hello, I'm Steve Harmon, inviting you to join me for Country Gold. Each week we play country favorites from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, and we check in with the stars who made them, too. This weekend on Country Gold.
Country Gold, brought to you by Trent Dickin and his experienced team at Flooring Superstore. Saturday mornings at 6 and Sunday afternoons at 4 on the Voice of Saskatchewan, 620 CKRM.
Did you know over 1.3 million homeowners call on Reliance for their water heater needs? With over 140,000 five-star online reviews and over 60 years experience, you could say Reliance Heath are water heater experts. Switch to Reliance Heath today. They'll give you $200 plus standard installation is included. For all your hot water needs, call on Reliance. Visit waterheaterrentals.com for details. Terms and conditions apply.
If you've got a Steelcraft garage door, you've got a door with parts manufactured and assembled right here in Canada. A door with better insulation and seal, plus a warranty you're probably never going to use. Combined with a LiftMaster opener, it's the right choice. And if you don't have a Steelcraft garage door, you should get one. And a LiftMaster opener. 100% made by Canadians for Canadians. Steady, tariff-free pricing and great quality, no matter what.
Steelcraft door, Steelcraft door, Steelcraft door. We offer more.
Does your Wi-Fi cut in and out, or sometimes simply disappear? Well, maybe your Wi-Fi isn't slow, it's just not smart. Access Smart Wi-Fi Plus boosts and optimizes the signal in your home for a fast, solid connection for the entire family. It even lets you be in control of your children's screen time and add filters for age-appropriate content. Fast, strong, secure. That's Access Smart Wi-Fi Plus. Learn more at myaccess.ca.
Nelson Homes is having a summer blowout sale on quick possession homes that you don't want to miss out on. Get free delivery anywhere in Saskatchewan on select in-stock show homes and spec home RTMs. For more information, visit their website, homes.nlc.ca. Or for general information, call 1-800-661-6534. That's the Nelson Homes Summer Blowout Sale. Nelson Homes, trusted quality and service since 1949.
Bidding is now open for the timed online farm equipment auction for Daniel and Corley Oosthuizen of Abernathy, Saskatchewan. Register to bid at mecauctioncompany.com. Up for auction, New Holland T9060 four-wheel drive tractor, a Case IH4410 high-rise sprayer, Log King Super B grain trailers, 2 New Holland CR9070 combines, and 8 5,000 hopper bottom bins. Bidding closes this Monday, August 11th at 10 a.m.
This is Sportscage. Be part of the show. Call 936-6262 or toll free 1-866-767-0620. 620 CKRM.
I know we're going to talk about it later. We are giving away 2 tickets to the Baseball Canada Men's National Championship coming up August 21st and 24th at Curry Field. 10 teams taking part from across the country. We're going to talk about it more in hour 2 with Nolan from the Regina Trappers. So if you want tickets, though, to that, 936-6262. Tell Colson you like hardball. You're going to watch some of the best in the province go at it. Let's keep the CFL chat going as we go talk to Farhan Lalji.
It's time to get the inside story. TSN's Farhan Lalji on Sportscage is brought to you by the Cooperators. Time to get financially fit? Cooperators can build a plan that works for you. Cooperators, investing in your future together.
It's been a minute, as the kids say. I mean, we haven't talked in like a month and a half.
I know, you get the good vacations, man. You go everywhere under the sun. You leave me with the professor, man. Where'd you go? Like you went to Dubai or something? Where'd you wind up?
No. Galapagos Islands. Oh. No, it was...
pretty good.
No, it's all I need the one day for the real job too, right? So some days I just can't. And the professor, he did an admiral job. Hey,
he did.
Last night we just talked about this. I was gonna play the over. I was gonna play the over under, and I'm like, nah, I'm gonna stay away. And I'm watching that football game between BC and Hamilton at halftime, and I'm like, oh, I'm smart. I didn't take the under or the over. Just kind of, wow, what a shootout at the end. Again, another classic, instant classic. Big fumble at the end for Hamilton. Those two teams, they should have to play every other week, Farhan, just for excitement factor.
Yeah, you know what? When they get together, it's great, right? I mean, you got 2 great quarterbacks in Mitchell and Rourke, and pretty good receiving cores when they're on. And yeah, it was an exciting game. It certainly looked like BC's defense had things going in the first half of that game, but their penalties prevented them from kind of stretching the lead a little bit. And then Hamilton catches on fire like they did in the third quarter of that game. But I was impressed with how BC responded after a number of Saskatchewan scoring drives. So, that was a positive for them as well. But just when you can put up that many yards and that many points, 400 for Rourke, 300 for Bo, and, James Butler getting involved in all of that, it was a lot of fun to watch. CFL football at its best.
It, hands down. The other thing, too, that we've seen from Hamilton over the last couple of weeks, so I've noticed it anyway, is, teams obviously are taking away Kenny Lawler. Tim White had a game till the fumble. Looked good for that. But Bo's starting to spread it around as well. Hamilton's for real, right? It's safe to say?
Yeah, absolutely. I think their offense is explosive. They've got as good a receiving core as anybody in the league. And, Bo is playing the best football of his career, right? I don't think this is just a blip. Like, you go back and see what he did in Calgary. What he's doing now is even more impressive in my estimation. And I think the defense has been good for the most part, right? They're an experienced group. They've got some injuries on that side of the ball that are affecting them a little bit. We'll see what happens with Stavros Katsantonis, but overall, I like what they're doing defensively as well. So I think Hamilton is very much for real. I mean, I've said, since the start of the year that I think Saskatchewan's really good, and they're right now the best team in the CFL, right? I mean, I was a big fan of Montreal coming into the season, but they're different without Davis Alexander. But right now, Saskatchewan and Hamilton are the 2 best teams in the league.
How bad did BC need that win?
Huge. The way they lost the Hamilton game the last time, if you would have given me a wish list, I wish that this epic 2-game series, I just wish the home team had won their games, right? Yeah. That if BC would have found a way last week and Hamilton would have found a way this week, just because, it's always good for the league when home teams win games. But, BC really struggled 2 weeks earlier against Saskatchewan. Then they let one slip away against Hamilton, had to sit on that through a bye week. They needed that big time to creep closer to 500 and, to maintain their hold on a playoff spot, regardless of what division it winds up in.
Exactly. Now we got some at, 1.5, some at 2 for Montreal as a favorite tonight against Edmonton. What are you making of that football game? McLeod Bethel Thompson against his former team and obviously Cody against his.
Yeah, I'm picking Edmonton. I think Edmonton has done a lot of really good things in the last couple of weeks, and they've just found a way to come up short. I thought they should have beat Hamilton in the last game. You drop the touchdown pass, you give up the play down at the goal line late in the half. They were better, but Hamilton is just more confident, right? Winning teams find ways to win, losing teams find ways to lose. But I just think some breaks will even out for Edmonton. The thought of going back to Montreal, I think, means more to Cody than the thought of McLeod facing his former team. McLeod hasn't been good. Cody has been. That entire team, in my opinion, with the injuries they've had at receiver and what's going on with at the quarterback position, I think they've lost their way a little bit. And like I said, I think Edmonton's done a lot of good things these last 2 weeks, and I think they're going to be rewarded in this game tonight. So I had it at 3.5 when I made my pick a couple of days ago. I took Edmonton. I'm sticking with it.
Yeah, that's where I'm thinking this, the 1.5. I don't mind Edmonton on the money line too. I can buy into that 51.5 too. I'm gonna just stay away from the over-unders because obviously I'm clueless after last night.
You're not alone, my friend. Like it's tough to. I stay away from picking total points for sure. I just stick with the regular point spreads and wins and losses.
I asked Suits this yesterday. Kind of curious to get your take on a few. Let's start with our Riders after 8 games, 7-1. Yeah, when people are still walking down Albert Street, like Maz says, with their Pilsner flags tied around their neck. We still got a long way to go here. But as of today, Farhan, who would you give the let's start most valuable defensive player for the Riders?
Jameer Thurman, Micah Johnson are the two guys that really stand out to me, right? I think Micah doing what he's doing at this age, the way he's drawing double teams, he's been outstanding. And Thurman just kind of makes everything better. We all want to look at Roland Milligan, especially after the year he had last year. He's not playing poorly, but so much of his game is generating turnovers, and those haven't been there to the same number. So, yeah, Thurman or Micah, I think, are the two for me. What do you think?
Man, it's a slippery slope. I like what Ray's done, to be honest. I like Carney, Johnson. Yeah. I would probably go Thurman though. I think after thinking about it yesterday, offensively, everybody yesterday we kind of thought Trevor Harris, what he keeps doing, how he keeps rolling. Maybe offensively surprise for you from the Riders. Is there one surprise? A pleasant surprise?
Well, I mean, there's just been so many, right? Like Dante Myers was poised to have a great year, and he's jumped right into that role. Robistelli. When you look at what they've dealt with in terms of injuries at receiver with Kean Schaefer-Baker and Sam Emilus again, and A.J. Ouellette's been kind of up and down, right? He's had some moments of dominance, and then he's had some moments where, he's disappeared a bit. I think Jamarcus Hardrick, we don't talk about offensive linemen, but what he's done for that offensive line has been as valuable as anything. Yeah. But ultimately, Trevor Harris right now is the MOP frontrunner in the West. I think Bo in the East for sure. But those two guys have been outstanding, and Vernon Adams in Calgary. But I think you have to give it to Trevor. And for me, I think the second guy would really, really be Jamarcus Hardrick.
He's a leader. That's for sure. Let's go to NFL here. We got Ajou Ajou coming up in hour 2. Hopefully he's going to call in after 3 catches for 18 yards last night for Indianapolis and a little preseason tilt with the Baltimore Ravens. What are you hearing about the other Canadians, some of the other Canadians down south? Maybe the Rourke that is somewhat tied to the Riders. What are you hearing there?
Well, I mean, in terms of Curtis, I was there at training camp for San Francisco, and he's on the non-football injury list, so he's got to wait until the 6th week of the regular season before he's able to practice with them. So he's been in all the meetings. They've already made a change at the bottom of their quarterback depth chart. They had was it Tanner Mordecai, and they cut him, and then they brought in another guy to get a look at, all of which, in my opinion, bodes well for Curtis in terms of him being able to, solidify that number 3 spot for this season when he's healthy enough to make that happen. So, I'd love to say they love what he's doing, but he's not doing anything besides rehab. So we'll see. I'm curious to see what Taylor Elgersma looks like in Green Bay's first preseason game, because he's going to get some playing time there. I think Matt LaFleur has said that all 4 quarterbacks are going to play in the first game a meaningful amount. And I think then as things progress, Elgersma is going to play even more. So he's flashed a little bit. We saw him throw the touchdown pass in the Holiday game, but I want to see how he processes and handles the entire operation of game day, or just a given play, right? I think that's going to be interesting as well. I saw last night Sidney Brown looked really good for the Eagles in their game. He got a lot of playing time in the early going. So, there's a few more I want to see. I want to see Detroit. I think they play tonight, and I want to see what the offensive lineman out of UBC, Gio Manu, does in that game. Same thing with Theo Benedette when Chicago plays. So there's a few I'm looking forward to seeing.
Yeah, that Jets-Packers game's tomorrow at 6 p.m. our time. So, yeah, that will be interesting. And then I want to ask you, Cleveland, how many quarterbacks is too many quarterbacks? I know there's some injuries going on there. But was it you that said Shadeur's going to start this year? I can't remember. One of our guests did.
I've not said that. I don't know that that's going to happen. I mean, it's a long way to go to climb from number 4. But, I've heard good things from Cleveland in terms of what he's done with the limited reps he's had. Now, he's going to play a lot, right? He's starting this first game because they've got 2 injuries at quarterback now. I think everybody's eyes are going to be on that because he's going to face some defensive starters. He's going to play with some offensive starters. I mean, it's not going to be the full meal deal, but he'll get an opportunity to make a statement, and whenever he plays, everybody's going to be watching. Look, every one of the quarterbacks in that system's got some questions. So is it possible? It's possible, but I'm not forecasting Shedeur Sanders to start games for Cleveland because I think their defense is going to keep them in so many games that, when you get to Shedeur, it's either going to be a lot of injuries or you've mailed it in the season.
Okay, and before I got to get your take on this because you've coached football, your kids are playing football at a high level. The smelling salt, what the NFL's come down with the smelling salts.
Yeah, we see it all the time, right? And when I go to a game and I'm on the sidelines at the end of a game, you see the smelling salt capsules everywhere on the sidelines. Like it's a big part of football culture. It's a big part of hockey culture, right? You see it on NHL benches all the time also. So I get why, there have been some studies done that it's not the best thing for you. So I get why the NFL is saying, look, we're not going to be a party to this. And then it's up to the CFLP or the NFLPA and everybody else to decide just how much you're going to allow this. But there are players that just need that adrenaline rush, or I don't want to say they need it, but they believe they need it. And you see it at the start of games. It's a thing. So, look, I don't like it. I think it's a bad look. I think it's a bad example. I can't stand chewing tobacco in Major League Baseball games for the same reasons. So, but it does sound like NFL players are still going to use it. They've just got to provide their own. The teams aren't going to do it for them.
You got to bring your own. Okay. Hey, we have a message here from Ken F on the YouTube channel. This wants to pass on. Says, I enjoyed Farhan doing play-by-play last week.
Thank you very much. I enjoy doing it. I will do the Saskatchewan at Calgary game later this month. I'm looking forward to that.
Really? Right on.
Yeah.
Okay, give us a plug.
Battle for first in the West. It'll be a good one.
You tell everyone how much you love the Sports Cage. All right, Farhan, have a good weekend. Appreciate you. And guess what? I'm on holidays next week, so you'll be with Maz.
Shocker. All right.
See ya. TSN's Farhan Lalji. Yeah, really good take there on some of the NFL and those Canadians down there. I can't keep track of it. I know, obviously, Ajou Ajou, Rourke injured. That Elgersma. Might have to watch that tomorrow at 6 p.m. local time. Jets and Packers. See how he looks. Still more to come. We're going to talk some baseball. Regina Red Sox when we get back with manager of the Red Sox, Rye Pothakos. It is the Sports Cage. We are the home of all things sports in Saskatchewan, local to national. We're streaming at sportscage.com and on 620 CKRM.
The Ogama Regional Park Trip of the Month Lottery is back. Now's your chance to get in on the winnings. For $120, you can get in on 12 monthly draws or a cash option. There's no better deal out there, and your odds of winning are incredible. Trips include seeing the Blue Jays in Toronto, enjoying the nightlife of the Maritimes, or cruising the Caribbean. There's something for everyone. To buy tickets, visit ogamaregionalpark.ca or find Ogama Regional Park on Facebook for more information. Lottery license number RR250159.
SEIU West members are
phlebotomist, food service worker, security officer, plumber,
continuing care assistant,
porter, licensed practical nurse, medical device reprocessing worker, purchasing agent,
environmental services worker,
social services worker, cook, health information management practitioner, switchboard operator,
distribution worker. The backbone of your public health care system. Learn more at seiuwest.ca.
If your garage door is running a little rough, you don't need to be talked into something that you don't need.
Sir, what you need is the new gigantic-esque, voluminous, astronomical, ginormous, gargantuan, exquisite air garage.
Just call Busy Bee Doors, the local experts who have been in business for many, many doors. They can fix or replace any commercial or garage door.
Wait. With me, you get a little garage door keychain, please.
Busy Bee Doors, the garage door specialists.
No, not again. Not in my power bill. It's huge.
Dan used to scream every month when he got his power bill. Then he got a Keln Solar residential solar system. Now, he powers his home and earns credits from SaskPower by sending energy back to the grid.
I barely notice it now. It's so small. Like a polite little bill.
Get a quote on a Keln Solar residential solar system at kelnsolar.com.
At Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, we don't just sell top quality gear, we use it too. So whatever your next adventure is, it should start with us. Head to your nearest store for expert advice today.
Bidding is now open for the timed online farm equipment auction for Daniel and Corley Oosthuizen of Abernathy, Saskatchewan. Register to bid at mecauctioncompany.com. Up for auction, New Holland T9060 four-wheel drive tractor, a Case IH4410 high-rise sprayer, Lode King Super B grain trailers, 2 New Holland CR9070 combines, and 8 5,000 hopper bottom bins. Bidding closes this Monday, August 11th at 10 a.m.
Text CKRM 306-936-6262. From skid steers to tents to power tools, anything you need to rent for that summer job is at Prairie Land Rentals. Deal with the owner, 600 Albert Street. Welcome back to Sports Cage. Connect with the show. Call 1-866-767-0620 or text 306-936-6262.
Yeah, that's right. 936-6262 Prairie Land Rentals text line. Let us know what you're thinking about anything out there in the sporting world. Riders, maybe you got some questions coming up for any of our guests. Last night, the Regina Red Sox dusted the Medicine Hat Mavericks 2 straight. It was at Curry Field. It was packed. Western Pizza guest hotline. Let's go back out there, joined by General Manager of the Regina Red Sox, Rye Pothakos. Rye, hey, 2 straight. That probably, I guess, the best thing that could have happened. Finish it off at home, and now you sit and wait because things are quick in the league.
Yeah, it's nice to get a day in between here. We'll have a workout tomorrow at Curry Field, getting ready for the next round.
What goes well in Game 1 for you guys to pull that one out in Medicine Hat?
Oh, we played clean defense, and Landon Riley threw a gem for us, and then Aiden Page came in and shut it down. So it was a great performance all the way around. Great team effort.
Come back here yesterday. One thing, first off, was it totally sold out? Were they turning people away, or there was lots of room to cram people in still, isn't there?
Yeah, we had a nice crowd and a very loud and supportive crowd. We appreciate our fans at Curry Field. field, and there was a little bit of room left, but it was a nice turnout last night, and I appreciate that.
Bats were hot last night.
Bats were good, yeah, and Christopher Spry also pitched a gem. So we're very happy with the way things have gone on the offensive side and the pitching side the last 2 weeks.
How do you manage it differently? You've been doing this a long time, and you got these short series, 3 games, and it's like could be done today, start tomorrow kind of thing. And now we got weather in the area, so we'll see how that goes. I'm very curious. How does one manage things differently in this league with the quick turnaround?
I think the way we try to approach it is you have momentum in any sport, and when you have the momentum, you got to strike where the iron's hot. You got to just go for it and put your best foot forward, and not look back.
So now, again, weather's might play into things today. Moose Jaw and Saskatoon are going Game 3 this evening, and then it's either you're at home Sunday at 7 or Monday at 7. Depends. Does that now having the day off and things, who do you get to throw Sunday or Monday?
Yeah, well, I think they got rained out tonight in Saskatoon.
Oh, did okay, it's tomorrow. Done. Okay.
They'll play tomorrow, so the next series starts on Sunday, so it's nice for us. They have to play Saturday, and we'll have a day and a half here, 2 off. Rest our guys and get ready for whoever it turns out to be here on Sunday.
Yeah, well, Mike could get rained out again tomorrow with the weather moving through. Rye, it's awesome. It's exciting. I know we're getting text messages here, with people asking where they get tickets and last night. So it should be a good one. Probably no preference on either Moose Jaw or Saskatoon, is there?
Well, no, I think you have to take care of business yourself and get yourself ready. And, we're confident on whoever we play and respect our opponent. I think we keep playing the way we're doing here in the last 2 weeks. I think we have a great shot at either.
Right on. All right. We'll let you get back to it. Looks like you're out for an off-day meal.
I'm at my favorite spot here, Mikel Coffee on Prince of Wales. I gotta have my Greek coffee.
There it is. All right, Rye. Thanks so much. We'll chat again. Good luck in Game 1 whenever that one starts.
Well, thank you very much. Thanks for having me on. I look forward to the fans at Curry as we head into round 2. Thank you very much.
That's right. There we go. Manager of the Regina Red Sox, Rye Pothakos. They're into round 2. Yeah, so rained out. Missed that. We must have just missed that. Colson came down. I don't know. Did you look at forecasts for Saskatoon over the next couple days? So they're going to try and get that in tomorrow. Tomorrow, Saskatoon. Yeah, we got 70% chance of precipitation. And how much rain? Enough. I don't know.
With baseball, rain is enough, right?
Yeah, it's kind of it's not like the majors. You can whip the tarp on and off, Yeah, they could have to wait till Sunday to play that, and then quick turnaround probably Monday, I would think.
Yeah, I'm seeing 80% chance of precipitation until 11 a.m. Is that tomorrow? So there's a chance tomorrow, but that's only 24 hours ahead.
I'm supposed to golf tomorrow in the club championship, the Royals. It's like with an 80% chance. We got a gust to 57. I might need you to bottle me or hit me with something here. I can bail out of that. Text message on the baseball front. No name, and from parts unknown. I actually think his name's Colin, if you go through the old ones. Umping in last night's game was atrocious. Mavs got screwed over. I like it.
Take a guess, they're from the Medhat area?
No, I got 306 area code. Maybe they're just over the border. They're in the Maple Creek area. Beautiful Esso gas station on the highway there on the way to Maple Creek. Monday Nooner fans will get the joke on that one. But yeah, so if it's rained out tomorrow, I would think then it's a Sunday. And then do they flip it and go Monday? Boom, boom. Things could be moving quick here for the Regina Red Sox. as they get set. And then we'll be more baseball. We'll be talking about the Baseball Canada Men's National Championship in hour 2 with Nolan Dozatel from the Regina Trappers. They're the host team. We got tickets to give away, 936-6262. Colson says we got a number today. So if you want to go watch baseball, drink some beer in the beer gardens with us, we're going to do the show live from there. That's the word on the street. Maybe the Thursday, Friday. Teams from all over the country. There's some pro players too. We'll talk to Nolan in hour 2, get the heads up. Still more to come. It is the Sports Cage. We are streaming at sportscage.com, always on the home of local sports in Saskatchewan, 620 CKRM.
620 CKRM is your home to country's greatest hits and the 90s at 9. 1 full hour featuring the biggest hits of the 90s. Garth, Reba, Alan, Shania, George, and so much more. No cassette tape or CDs required, and 90s mullets are optional. 90s at 9 for the town of Wolseley and the voice of Saskatchewan. 620 CKRM.
Get ready to kick some serious Barossa this harvest. You've put in the time, put in the work, put in all that effort to get here, and now it's go time. Barossa & Sons is with you. Find everything you need this harvest season with trusted used equipment, combines to headers, augers to grain carts. Visit online or stop by in person. We're in go mode with you. Everything's online at ebarassa.com. You're in it to bin it dealer.
Hee-haw! It's the Ram Rodeo at Crestview Chrysler. That's right, folks. We got Ram trucks coming out the wazoo. So we're wrangling prices down with discounts of up to 18,200 buckaroos. Can you believe it? Ram Bighorns going for only $65 and change plus tax, or get 0% financing over 72 months on most models. We also have an impressive selection of cars and SUVs. But the Ram Rodeo's on right now at Crestview Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Regina.
Bidding is now open for the timed online farm equipment auction for Daniel and Corley Oosthuizen of Abernathy, Saskatchewan. Register to bid at mecauctioncompany.com. Up for auction, New Holland T9060 4-wheel drive tractor, a Case IH4410 high-rise sprayer, Lode King Super B grain trailers, 2 New Holland CR9070 combines, and 8 5,000 hopper bottom bins. Bidding closes this Monday, August 11th at 10 a.m.
Hey, let's hit up Pump Jack's Cathedral.
Pump? You talking about my basketball shoes?
No, Pump Jack's Cathedral.
Who?
Pump Jack's Cathedral Saloon and Steakhouse. They're open now. They've got a large selection of local draft and food and drink specials. Kids are allowed until 8. There's live entertainment every weekend.
Let's go. I'm pumped.
On the corner of Albert and 13th, Pump Jack's Cathedral Saloon and Steakhouse. Come early, stay late. The place where friends meet.
Nelson Homes is having a summer blowout sale on quick possession homes that you don't want to miss out on. Get free delivery anywhere in Saskatchewan on select in-stock show homes and spec home RTMs. For more information, visit their website, homes.nlc.ca. Or for general information, call 1-800-661-6534. That's the Nelson Homes Summer Blowout Sale. Nelson Homes, trusted quality and service since 1949.
Introducing the new Seco Formula 77 Stain and Sealer. One coat, 0 mistakes, spectacular results. With 30% off until August 20th, it really is that easy. Seco. See color.
Welcome back to Sportscage. Get social with us. Follow us on X at Sportscage. Watch our video stream at sportscage.com and always on the radio at 620 CKRM.
Not the biggest baseball fan, but I love baseball when there's lots on the line. Been to playoff. I've been to 2 World Series games, and it's like every foul ball matters, every passed ball.
So if you just threw a couple units on every game, then every game would matter.
Yeah, tonight in Los Angeles. What's the stat you got? It's Clayton Kershaw for the Dodgers, Matt Scherzer for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, our own Colin Lovequist, who's famously Huge Blue Jays fan.
Huge.
Told me it's the first time they've been facing off since 2008.
It's hard to believe both of those guys have been in the league that long.
Yeah, and that they haven't ran into each other with how many games there are.
Well, while we're at it, what's the line on that game? To be honest, two aces going at it. Where is it here? Major League Baseball. I would like to wager on it. It's good for us to kind of, especially if you'd like to watch something later this evening. If you're on the East Coast, it royally sucks. That game's late. Blue Jays, little underdog action. Oh yeah, I'm taking the Jays. Everybody's revved up. Chavez Ravine will be a rock. And you know the other interesting odds that I found? Here's some trivia. See how fast people online can text in too on this.
All right.
I'll let you think on it. NFL, the favorite as we stand today, August 8th, favorite to win the Super Bowl.
I'd have my guess, but
okay, we'll just give people a couple seconds to text in here. See if anybody, like, not without looking, like the favorite to win the Super Bowl this year in the NFL. There's 3 preseason games tonight. We'll get to in the ticker too, but what do we got tonight? It's Browns, Panthers, Lions, Falcons, Commanders, Patriots. I got to watch that. Got to see what the Patriots have. Okay, a couple people got it wrong so far. One's got it right. Kay Colson, if I said to you right now, favorite betting odds-wise to win the Super Bowl?
My guess would be the Eagles.
Great guess. Eagles are third.
All right. I'll take that.
Yeah. The first 2 teams are AFC teams.
Okay. Are Chiefs one of the top 2?
No, Chiefs are 4.
Dang.
I personally hope the Chiefs miss the playoffs this year. But
that'd be
sorry,
nice.
Chief fans. Chiefs are plus 800. Eagles are plus 750. Second, the Baltimore Ravens, plus 650. Right. The favorite to win the Super Bowl, as it stands right now, where I'm looking, at plus 625, the Buffalo Bills.
Really? All right. With Josh Allen coming off the MVP season, I guess.
There's some wow. It'll be an interesting year. There's some massive value as the Los Angeles Rams. People are thinking the Rams could have, if they stay healthy, at plus 1,800. The Detroit Lions plus 950. So, the Washington Commanders. People are they're odds makers loving what they did last year. But I don't know. Green Bay Packers, a lot of unknowns there. Cincinnati Bengals could be sneaky. They just can't stop anybody. It's a problem with the Bengals. Not that I'm a diehard and go deep into what's going on. There's some odds fun there for you. A couple now texters are getting it right. Travis, Tim, Trent. Cal got it right too. Buffalo Bills. It's one thing we want to mention here too. Just a plug. Tomorrow's supposed to rain in and around the area. Last Mountain Distillery in Lumsden, Saskatchewan. Friend of CKRM's Country Cookout's coming back. I think they start next week. Is it next week they start? Week after? Those are always a party. Last Mountain's a big sponsor of that. To bring out some product. Try it out. Their gin is some of my favorite gin, and I like gin, my Ginny Gin. Dill Pickle Vodka, they've won awards for it, off the charts. Put it in a Caesar, good night. They have their Caesar Fest tomorrow in Lumsden, Saskatchewan at the distillery. If you've never been to it, it's very cool. Go check it out. They got the store there as well. They're moving everything indoors. So Caesar Fest, still a go in Lumsden with Last Mountain Distillery tomorrow. They're moving it all indoors. It'll still be a riot. It's actually could be something to do tomorrow afternoon for me and Mrs. S. Head out to Lumsden, have a few Caesars. Keep it safe, though. Don't drink and drive. You know all that. We usually talk to him on different days of the week. We're bringing him in today from the Flowing Springs Golf Course, Brian Raymond. Brian, again, it looks like we're avoiding some of the weather. People probably out there swinging. It looks like a nice night.
Absolutely. The phone's been ringing because, you know what, all that rain kind of bypassed us, and it's gorgeous out here right now. It's sunny and just the right temperature, hardly any wind. We'll take it.
And a Friday, like, go through the specials because people are probably like, how people from out of town that are driving in right now and you got your clubs in the back in the trunk, check out these prices.
Absolutely. Every day after 3 o'clock. That's right. 3 o'clock is our early twilight. It's only $38 to play the course. After 6 o'clock every day, $22. And this applies on weekends, too. So 7 days a week we get these great specials. And if you're coming into town, you're here next week, Mondays and Wednesdays, if you're a senior over 60 or a lady, $39.
$39. Play some golf. Still unbelievably cheap. And then let's go into people that are now thinking, okay, well, it's coming September. Maybe we should get the staff out, the family out, whatever. You can host, you can cook, you can do everything out at Flowing Springs.
As a matter of fact, we're doing that today for one group, and yes, we do that quite frequently, and more groups are welcome. Yeah, if you're doing a staff party or a staff golf outing, perhaps a customer appreciation outing, give us a call. We'd be more than happy to set you up.
Perfect spot when you're coming in for a Rider game. Go to Flowing Springs. They got everything. What's your favorite thing to cook for a group? What would just give people the heads up if they're thinking of maybe getting a meal after? What's the best thing that Brian can put together?
Oh, come on. How about steak?
Oh.
Nice strip loin, juicy, baked potato, all the fixins.
Yep. I've had your steak out there, Brian. You get you get those big barbecues going in the back. I'm not saying this because you're a client. You make a nice steak.
Well, thank you.
Flavorful.
Yeah, exactly.
And how do they find you? How do they take advantage of everything?
Give us a call. Our phone number is 306-543-5050, and you can book online at flowingspringsgolf.com.
Okay, Brian. Have a good weekend.
Have a great weekend yourselves, guys.
Right on. Yeah, it's a nice night to go and play golf. Let's look at the forecast here in Regina, the updated one. I know I read it, but sometimes it changes. Chances tonight. It's tomorrow that we look like we're going to get a bunch of rain. 100% chance I'm supposed to play in the club championship. What am I doing? Take the option. Makes no sense. It's supposed to be windy too. Rain is one thing. Rain and wind, unless I'm in Ireland or in Scotland, don't want to golf in that. In Saskey. Hour 2 is going to be jam-packed to the show today. Tad Kornegay, former rider, is joining us. Yep. And we got the Regina Trappers. Talk to Nolan about them. And then Ajou Ajou is supposed to call in after his first NFL preseason game last night with the Colts. Let's get into the ticker before we go to hour 2.
It's time for the Sports Ticker, brought to you by Reliance Heath Water Heater Rentals. For all your hot water needs, call on Reliance Heath today.
We can start with that NFL preseason last night. Ajou Ajou had 3 catches for 18 yards. Colts lose, though, to Baltimore tonight in the NFL. Browns and Shedeur Sanders against the Panthers, Lions, Falcons, Commanders, Patriots. CFL, the 1-6 Edmonton Elks are in Montreal to take on the 5-3 Alouettes. Farhan said he liked the Elks. I like the Elks today, too. 2-point dogs. Depends where you look. Major League Baseball, what a series. Blue Jays, Dodgers. I'm not even a nutso baseball fan, and I'm excited for this one. Almost identical records. It's Matt Scherzer versus Clayton Kershaw, Sammy's boy. Jays 4 up on the Red Sox in the East. That one goes 8-10 local time, weather dependent. And the Regina Red Sox are moving on to round 2 after completing an upset sweep over the Medicine Hat Mavericks, 13-7 last night. Brady Bye, James Wright led the Sox, going 3 for 5, 3 RBIs each. Zaid Brannigan, Laura's boy, 2-hit night. Chris Spry pitched 6 strong innings, allowing 3 earned runs on 9 hits, struck out 7 batters. We'll either play Moose Jaw or Saskatoon. They're rained out tonight. They're going to play tomorrow. Sports Ticker in hour 1 for Reliance Heath Water Heater Rentals, keeping you in hot and soft water. Call on Reliance. It is a Sports Cage, streaming at sportscage.com and on 620 CKRM.
620 CKRM, a Harvard media station, broadcasting from Regina, around the world at 620CKRM.com.
It's 4 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Corey Atkinson from the sasktoday.ca newsroom with your 620 CKRM news. The Saskatchewan government's August 5th Crown Oil and Natural Gas public offering generated more than $24 million in revenue, the largest in over a decade. 40 parcels received bids covering more than 12,000 hectares. The Southeast region led with $23.4 million, driven by 3 exploration licenses and 23 leases. Saturn Oil and Gas Incorporated made the top bid of $15 million for land near Creelman. The offering was the third of 6 scheduled this fiscal year, with total revenue now topping $45 million. Severe thunderstorms could develop today in southeastern and east central Saskatchewan, according to Environment Canada. A severe thunderstorm watch has been issued for most of the eastern regions. Forecasters say the main threats include hail as large as toonies and wind gusts up to 90 kilometers an hour. Storm activity is expected to weaken later this evening. Officials warn lightning injures and kills Canadians each year. Jordan Lee Anderson is a 27-year-old farmer who voted first day of advanced polls in the Battle River Crowfoot by-election on Friday. Booklets at polling stations list all candidates running in the August 18th by-election. Anderson says the process was smooth.
So it's super easy. You walk in, the front table is super welcoming and very excited to see you. And it was quick, it was easy, it was painless. You walk in, you find your candidate in the giant book of candidates and write his name down or her name, and away you go.
Elections Canada says electors are filling out blank ballots for the first time ever because a record 214 candidates are running in the Alberta riding, including Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre. The majority of candidates are part of the Longest Ballot Committee, a protest group calling for various changes to Canada's electoral system. New military recruits are in for a big pay bump as the government hopes to attract and keep more service members. Prime Minister Mark Carney has announced a 20% increase to entry-level pay for Canadian Armed Forces privates. Higher ranks will see smaller increases, and reservists will get a 13% raise. The government says staffing levels in nearly half of the military occupations are currently below 75%. And Prime Minister Mark Carney says Israel's plans to take over part of the Gaza Strip will hurt both Palestinians and hostages being held by Hamas militants. Israel's cabinet approved a plan today to take control of Gaza City, with the country's foreign ministry saying it does not want to take over the Palestinian territory, but instead rout out Hamas. Carney says Canada's stance remains the same. There must be a ceasefire in Gaza, and Hamas must release its hostages.
That this action is not going to contribute to an improvement in the humanitarian situation on the ground. It is going to put the lives of the hostages at greater risk, rather than lessening it.
The planned Israeli ground operation is drawing wide international criticism, and the United Nations Security Council is scheduled to hold an emergency meeting on the matter tomorrow afternoon. That was your 620 CKRM News. Read more stories from around your community and around the province at sasktoday.ca and 620CKRM.com. Your weather is next.
At Cash Tactical, we know Regina. We live here. We fished our Saskatchewan lakes, hiked our trails, and hunted in our local woods. When you walk through our doors, you're not just a customer, you're part of the outdoor community we call home. That's why local outdoorsmen trust us for the best gear and honest advice. Whether you're gearing up for your first weekend in the bush or you're a seasoned vet chasing your next big trophy, you're welcome here. Cash Tactical, Regina's hunting, fishing, and camping headquarters.
Howdy, Wood Country Woody here again. And let me tell you something, my yard was so ugly, I had to throw pork chops on the lawn just to get the dog out there. Kind of ironic that it was Barkman Concrete landscaping products that fixed my problem. I got mine at Wood Country, natural. Paving stones, retaining wall blocks, patio blocks, pretty up your yard. Come take a gander at Barkman Concrete products from Wood Country.
Your home is your castle.
In McLean, Estevan, and Tisdale, wood-country.com.
Weather brought to you by Line X Regina, Serious Protection, Killer Looks, 1865 McCarra Street. Weather tonight, we have partly cloudy skies, isolated showers, a 40% chance in the area, and a low of 14. Tomorrow, occasional showers, possible thunderstorms, 70% chance, and a high of 18. Also windy, 20 to 35 with gusts up to 45. Tomorrow night, occasional showers end, and we're going down to a low of 14. Sunday, partly to mostly sunny, breezy, and a high of 23. And Monday, mostly sunny and a high of 23.
When you want the best for your truck, you want Line-X. Your truck has withstood the harshest elements Saskatchewan has thrown at it. Rocks, gravel, rain, sleet, and snow, and left with no chips, no rust. Line-X protective coating keeps your truck's bed liners, rocker panels, and bumpers looking like brand new. Don't settle for Brand X. Go with Line-X. It's serious protection. Come see why everybody loves taking their truck to Line-X Regina for their rocker panels, bumpers, and more. Line-X. Make your truck complete. 1865 McCarra Street.
Yee-haw! It's the Ram Rodeo at Crestview Chrysler. That's right, folks. We got Ram trucks coming out the wazoo. So we're wrangling prices down with discounts of up to 18,200 buckaroos. Can you believe it? Ram Bighorns going for only 65 and change plus tax, or get 0% financing over 72 months on most models. We also have an impressive selection of cars and SUVs. But the Ram Rodeo's on right now at Crestview Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Regina.
Broadcasting from Century Studios in downtown Regina, Harvard Media presents The Sports Cage, where Saskatchewan comes to talk local sports. Brought to you by Nelson Homes, supplying home packages and RTMs for over 65 years. Be part of the show. Call 1-866-767-0620 or text 306-936-6262. The Sports Cage. Streaming at sportscage.com, our YouTube channel, and on the radio at 620 CKRM.
Hour 2 of the show today. Thanks for jumping along. It's for Nelson Homes. RTMs. When you think RTMs, you think of Nelson Homes. It's supplying home packages and RTMs for over 65 years. Coming up on Tuesday, I'm not here. It'll be Maz. Trivia for Pump Jacks Cathedral. Keep this in mind. Pump Jack Cathedral Saloon and Steakhouse, corner of Albert and 13th. It's for $150. We're back $150 on Tuesday. And knowing Maz running the show, it's going to be a Riders question. So that's coming up. Still more to come up in the show. We're open to talk to Ajou Ajou in a bit. Let's talk some Riders with former Rider, Grey Cup winner, all-around great guy, great guest. We haven't had him on for a bit. He's on the Western Pizza guest hotline. Perfect night for some Western Pizza tonight. No need to cook on a Friday. Tad Kornegay is with us again. Tad,
what's going on, guys?
How's it going? Give everybody an update, quick update. What's going on with Tad Kornegay over the last few months?
Oh man, a little bit of everything, just trying to grow generational wealth for the family, man. That's it, man. Just a little bit involved in some sports mergers and acquisition opportunities with a good friend of mine, Garrick Jones. I used to play in the Canadian Football League. Also just got involved in commercial furniture, which it's a crazy market.
Commercial furniture?
A little bit of everything. Commercial furniture.
Okay, so give me an example of what's commercial furniture.
Think about lobby furniture in hotels and hospitals that need beds and recliner chairs, stuff like that. Any place any commercial space we can furnish anything.
Are we looking at tariffs though to bring that stuff up to Canada? Should people call you? Can you work out a deal?
I think I still got some good friends at the border. I might have had to figure that
out. Hey, man. Riders are 7-1. You're following what they're doing. What are you seeing from the green and white?
Man, you know what? It's incredible to see it happen, man. I think Saskatchewan, Rider Nation, they need it, man. It looks incredible. It looks like, from my standpoint, it just seems like they're meshing very well. Once you have a good gel on that field and off the field, you can tell the organization, everybody's bought into what's going on over there. So it looks really good from the outside. I know in the inside, it's got to be phenomenal just playing for the Riders right now.
We want to hear about your time with the Riders and how you guys were like that. But there's also the Hamilton, BC, Calgary stops. What team that you played on did you have that kind of bond, that cohesiveness?
You know what? Probably there's no other bond from my Rough Rider brothers for sure. I was a Rough Rider for most of my career, but the bond that we had was phenomenal. Always from 2007, from when I left in 2011. It just was. It's a brotherhood. brotherhood, right? And we all bought into what we were doing there together. We all had each other's backs, and there's nothing like it.
Let's go to the defensive side of the ball with the Riders right now. And I talked to, we've been talking about it all week, how great they're doing, and they're getting so much pressure. And it's sacks, yes, but it's those pressures. And, as a DB, you love that, right? Because they're getting there with 4 guys. How does that change the defensive mindset of everybody when those guys are balling like that and they're being dogs?
Confidence is sky high. I mean, you're not worried big balls coming quick, coming fast, right? And when your linebackers are stopping the run, like you can actually be a true defensive back on that football field and just not worry about anything but your job. So when your front four is phenomenal and tearing up that the front line, you can just be yourself, man, and not have no worries. So I already know how that feels. That feeling is there's nothing like that feeling when you don't have to have no worries as a DB, especially in the Canadian Football League.
When you think of a CFL front line and maybe one guy, could be any team, but like who's the guy that jumps out when you think about a guy on the defensive line?
Fred Perry, 2007 Roughriders. Crazy. I've never seen nobody move like that guy, and he doesn't lift a weight. Ridiculous. Like he looks like somebody that just works a regular 9 to 5, but Fred was a beast on that football field for sure. Fred, Perry, John Chick. I mean, there's a long list. I mean, Khalil Mitchell and BC Lions when I played 2011. That front line was awesome too. So 2007, I would say that front line was phenomenal. BC Lions 2011 when I got there, it changed up a lot of stuff. But but that front line was pretty good too.
Tavon Campbell is back with the Riders this year, a little done with his NFL stint. What a find, having a Canadian passport, as they say, all that good stuff. A Canadian with the resume that can ball. Like, how key?
Yeah. I mean, it's key for your roster. I mean, it's key for just an extra body on the field, right? I mean, there's nothing better than a Canadian baller in the CFL. I mean, it just more dynamic of your team.
Trevor Harris. Some will say he's older. I think, 39, 40, whatever nowadays is a lot different than when our dads were, rolling around. It's just different. Guys are now still jacked. They're in shape. They're all that. He gets rid of the ball so quick. Reading defenses. Like I said, it's kind of like a video game sometimes. When you go back and play, first off, who was the guy that really could just get rid of the ball so quick and would read you and in the league, and it was frustrating. You would really have to game plan against it.
Cavill. I mean, it was worse. It was terrible going against him. I mean, he was smart. He meshed with it. He gelled well with his receivers. They were all on the same page. They knew exactly what was coming, and they knew exactly where they were going. I mean, it was the worst. It was the worst thing to deal with, but it was awesome to see because he was phenomenal out there.
How would you game plan against that? Hope that the guys up front could get there?
You know what? You don't, because when he played, he ran option routes. If we played one way, he's going another way, right? I mean, those guys, the receivers, they had option routes. So if we were playing hardcore on one side, they were going to go the other way. I mean, it was.
Oh, we lost him. There he is.
Just had to hope that you picked the right play. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, and Ben Cahoon. Catch everything.
Hated hearing that name.
Oh.
Put that ball on my head too.
Hey, what's your take in the NFL as a player? Smelling salts. Did you use those much in your playing days?
Yeah, we did. We had them all on the sideline for sure. I don't see the big deal. I mean, I think there's much more to worry about than smelling salts on the side. But anything that can make them headlines, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand why they got rid of them. But unless there's some weirdo eating them.
Yeah. Who's your NFL team again?
You know what? I really don't have an NFL team, man. I actually just watch guys that I'm interested in their play. But I'm curious to see what Shador does tonight, to be honest.
Yeah.
Curious to see what Shador does tonight.
Who else
Growing up, I was an Eagles. Sorry,
were you?
Growing up, I was an Eagles fan.
Because you're born in where, Trenton?
Yep, Trip, New Jersey. Met all the Eagles back in the day. They came to our banquet when I was a little kid. Reggie White, Andre Waters, Randall Cunningham. Yeah.
Well, Tad, this has been a lot of fun. It's always nice to catch up with you. When are you coming up next? When someone books you to come look at some furniture, maybe. Sorry to cut you off. Maybe somebody brings you up to kind of, hey, let's go through the catalog. What do you got?
Yeah, I gotta hit up O'Day, see if the riders need any couches or something in the lounge. Maybe that's when I'll get an invite. Bring some value, right?
There we go. We got Labor Day coming around the corner. You should come up for that. I'm sure lots of people listening.
I was trying to come, man. I was trying to come, but my son's first football game is on the 31st.
How old?
I'm the coach, so unless I cancel the game, I probably can't go.
How old are you? Or how old is he?
I don't know how old when I was 22, man. You don't have to ask me how old I am. But my son is 10 years old.
Oh, what a fun age. What position does he play?
Corner. So he's a DB, and he plays running back. Yeah.
Oh. Athlete. Get the athlete back there. Tad, let's do this again soon. Always fun. And go Riders.
Absolutely, man. Go Riders for sure. I'm rooting for him.
Right on. See you later.
Take care.
Grey Cup champ, former Saskatchewan Roughrider, Tad Kornegay. Great chat. There you go. If he's in the furniture business, come up, help you out, go to a game. He was a good player. Yeah, that whole team was good. You look back, 2007. We can talk to Rob Vanstone in hour 3. I'm sure he'll rattle off some names of teams. Last Rider team that was 7-1. Still more to come. It is the Sportscage. We're streaming at sportscage.com, and we're on the home of the Riders, 620 CKRM.
620 CKRM is your home to country's greatest hits and the 90s at 9. 1 full hour featuring the biggest hits of the 90s. Garth, Reba, Alan, Shania, George, and so much more. No cassette tape or CDs required, and 90s mullets are optional. 90s at 9 for the town of Wolseley and the voice of Saskatchewan. 620 CKRM.
What's going on in the markets? When is the right time to invest? What should you do with your money today? When Linda had questions, she talked to Brian Golly.
He's always well prepared and has answers for us. We take it as gospel, and he's led us down the right path so far.
You don't have to plan your financial future alone. Call Brian Golly of Smart Investing Solutions. 306-546-2533.
We would recommend Brian anytime, and we would recommend him to anybody.
The Gleaner S9 Series combines are designed for farmers in the business of farming. A harvest is successful when a crop is harvested as quickly and efficiently as possible and produces a clean grain sample with little loss. The Gleaner combine offers levels of harvesting performance and efficiency other combines are unable to achieve. Simply put, Gleaner combines save more and cost less. See the Gleaner S9 at Nick's Service in Emerald Park or go to nickservice.com. The Gleaner S9, built with the farmer in mind.
This is where we play. This is where we live. Extreme Hockey and Sport is where we shop when we need the gear for our game in our town. Hockey is in our blood as much as the prairies themselves. Extreme Hockey and Sport understands this. That's why they provide the Saskatchewan Stars of tomorrow only the best. Every level, any budget, expert fit. They're your local sit and fit hockey shop. Extreme Hockey and Sport, 1425 McIntyre Street, Regina's Hockey Shop.
Get ready to kick some serious Barassa this harvest. You've put in the time, put in the work, put in all that effort to get here, and now it's go time. Barassa & Sons is with you. Find everything you need this harvest season with trusted used equipment, combines to headers, augers to grain carts. Visit online or stop by in person. We're in go mode with you. Everything's online at ebarassa.com. You're in it to bin it dealer.
Looking to sell farm machinery or heavy equipment? At Asset Link, they do more than auctions. They listen. Whether you want to consign or a full auction sale, they help you choose what's right for your bottom line. Born and raised right here in Saskatchewan, they understand the land, the market, and the people who make it run. So when it's time to sell, link up with the team that knows the prairies best. Selling 365 days a year. Asset Link. Prairie strong, customer focused. AssetLink.ca.
SaskToday.ca is your local news source, proudly serving communities all across Saskatchewan. Sask Today's team of local journalists are on the ground focusing on local topics that matter to you. From agriculture, local community news, sports, and more. Find it all at SaskToday.ca. Sign up for our daily news digest at SaskToday.ca. From Harvard Media, everywhere.
Your Co-op Grow team are your local experts because we live here too. Our agronomic specialists stay up to date with the latest research and technology to help support your entire farm operation. Talk to our team for advice tailored to your farm's needs. We have recommendations to help you optimize your crop yield and quality while enhancing the health of your land. Co-op, we're all growing together. Here for your farm, here for your family. Learn more at coop.crs/farm.
The Sports Cage Clutch Performer for Nick's Service in Emerald Park. Your local Massey Ferguson Challenger, Rogator, Gleaner, and Fendt dealer. Call 781-1077.
Good chat with Tad Kornegay. You got any memories? What do you remember about Tad? That 07 team. He mentions John Schick. Follow him on Instagram. Jesus, he ripped. He's an in-shape fellow. Busy kids, busy family. You don't follow him on Instagram. He's a unit, as they say. Welcome back to the show. It's for Nelson Homes. He's supplying home packages and RTMs for over 65 years. All of our guests are on the Western Pizza guest hotline. And Colson saying, let's get into our clutch performer. Oh. They had my headphones in for a while. Okay. Last night's game, we talked about this in hour one if you were watching it. What a finish. Like the first, you go to halftime and you're like, there's no scoring. Whatever, it's going to be the under, all that. And then both teams, the Lions and Hamilton, explode. Again, the Lions escaping with the win because of this play from Chris Bolu.
Lawler in motion to the left. Mitchell looking that way. Deflected but caught by Tim White coming back to the ball. It comes out. It's BC's ball. It's Dwayne Hendricks after White had caught the ball on a nice play and a deflection, but while running, he coughed it up, and a golden opportunity now for BC.
So that's our guy right there, and then that turned it. They kept running. BC kept running the ball, getting closer, getting the field goal range. And I'm like, wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that just be kind of how BC's season's gone, that they fumble, and then we're back with Hamilton's ball. And then I was like, well, maybe they'll just punt it. Punt it through for a Rouge win, kick it to some steel factory 3 blocks away. The walk-off Rouge. Hey, got it. Don't go for the field goal. Go for the Rouge. Get people mad. Get people talking. That's so stupid how you can do that. How do you get a point? Hey, it's our league. It's our rules. Not all. There's other fastball, softball. Some hockey, bandy. I know bandy's not that popular over here. You ever seen that? It's like hockey on a football field. It's big in what countries? Nick Mazurik, who works for the Riders, used to play and was really good.
It's big in the Scandinavian countries, right?
Is it the Scandinavian countries?
I think so. I haven't,
definitely not the Asian ones.
Yeah, I haven't seen a game of bandy, but you say ice hockey on a football field, and I'm like, oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Oh, the videos are crazy. It's different. I'd kick the Rouge. Kick it. Roscoe's back in business. Where's he been all week, right? You haven't had any texts from Roscoe out in Kindersley. My wife says I'm her clutch performer for hauling the fifth wheel and boat back after holidays. Oh, Roscoe's fifth wheel and boat guy on the highway. You get behind him on a single lane good luck. You got to have your passing game dialed.
Yeah, and driving that, you basically have to have your semi-license.
Fifth wheel and boat guy. Yeah, I know you, Roscoe. You're not driving in the left lane, though. Remember that when we talked about that on Tuesday, back from holidays?
I think it was Tuesday.
Parents, if you have kids that drive, explain to them that the left lane on a double-lane highway is only for passing. Get out of the left lane. Figure it out. Or a ring road, or circle drive, anywhere like that around the province. Clutch Performer is for Nick Service in Emerald Park. Your local Massey Ferguson, Challenger, Rogator, Gleaner, and Fent dealer. You can call them for anything you need. Brad and Regina on the text line saying, how about that game last night? CFL alive and well. It was exciting. Kent from Moose Jaw. Nice to hear Tad Kornegay, he said, back on the radio. Thanks, Kent, for your text message and where you're from. Prairie Land Rentals text line is always open, 936-6262. Let's go back out on the Western Pizza guest hotline right now. We got this guy coming off his first NFL preseason game last night. Former rider, Ajou Ajou. How are you feeling today? Great game last night, by the way.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I feel good, man. It's great to be alive. Great day.
3 catches, 18 yards. You know, everybody in Rider Nation, they're crazy about it. Take us through the game and how that went for you.
Oh, it was awesome, man. It was awesome. You know, it's a dream come true, obviously, but it was awesome to get out there and ball with the guys, man. It was a surreal moment for sure.
When did you find out that you were going to be playing?
Oh, no. Well, you know, it's preseason, so they coaches want to see everybody, you know, see how everybody plays and whatnot, how everybody reacts and does what they do. But, yeah, Coach Ben told us, he said, young guys, hey, just be ready. Just be ready. And that's all I was doing, you know, just staying ready. And, yeah. Fourth quarter came, and, you know, he threw us in there.
That's so cool. Ajou Ajou's joining us on the Western Pizza guest hotline. Anything in life, first day of school, first day at a new job, first, you know, whatever, there's always a little bit of trepidation, nerves kick in. What was it like first day of camp for you?
First day of camp was, you know, very nerve-wracking, but at the same time, it's football at the end of the day. You know, I was here for OTAs, so, you know, I kind of already got acclimated and accustomed to how we do things and, you know, how they want us to practice and whatnot. But, you know, it was great. First day of training camp was awesome. It was awesome to get back around the guys and, you know, just build that camaraderie and go out there and, you know, finally play football again. So
what kind of feedback are you getting from probably, you know, your receiver coaches, stuff like that? What kind of feedback are they giving for you in that number 9 jersey, by the way?
You know, it hasn't really changed. You know, just keep working. You know, just always be ready. Just always know that you got to make the most of your opportunities, and when that opportunity comes, you know, and you know you got to do what you got to do. Know the playbook for sure, and don't dwell on past situations. You know, if a play goes bad, it's got to be next play mentality. So,
right on.
Those are the type of things that coach preaches.
What's been the biggest adjustment for you as a receiver?
To be honest, it's just a little quicker game out here. You know, it's not much of an adjustment. Just playing faster. You know, off the line. You know, you got a guy right in your face playing press coverage and whatnot. But other than that, though, it's football's football to me, you know. So
yeah, we talked. Remember last year we talked to you, and then you were talking to your coaches. Just one thing you came a long way and you became really good at was blocking. You taking some of what you learned and the expertise up here down there with that?
Oh, for sure. You know, old coach used to tell me blocking is 10% technique and 90% want to. So you know, it's not even a thing about practicing blocking. Is you just gotta wanna block for your brother. You know what I mean? You just gotta want to see him win and do anything for that to happen. So, Yeah, it's been good. I brought that with me. That's one of my traits, man. That's one of my standards. Yeah.
Did you have any say in getting number 9?
Oh no. They just kind of gave it to me. But numbers don't really mean anything to me personally. Like last preseason, I was number 75, man. I was out there doing what I had to do. So it is what it is at the end of the day. But yeah, it's pretty cool that they gave me number 9, though.
You mentioned the OTAs and that, but before anything going down there, and then maybe even camp, did you know anyone from your collegiate days, or maybe playing high school down there?
Yeah, actually, the kicker, Spencer Schrader. I went to University of South Florida with him, and it was awesome to reconnect with him and just talk about all the time that we've been away from each other type deal. But it's actually really cool because he's like one of my best friends and on the team because I know him the closest, you know what I mean, the longest type deal. Yeah. So it's been really cool. He's just giving me motivation, just like telling me to stay in it. He's a very godly man. So yeah. It's been awesome. It's been awesome.
That's Ajou Ajou's joining us here. Indianapolis Colts. He had 3 catches for 18 yards last night against Baltimore. NFL preseason action. Now you're keeping up with the boys up here. 7-1. They're rolling into into the bye week, right? Hey, how about the receiving core and some of your guys there, like stepping up all year?
Man, I'm so proud of them boys. I am so proud of them. And, it's always been that next man mentality in that room, you know what I mean? Because that room is so deep, pause. But, there's a lot of guys in there that can make plays. And it's nice to see it happening. Like my dog Keyshawn, that was my roommate, my boy Dale over there. Dante, Tommy. I just met Tommy. He's a good guy, though. Big Mitch and Mr. Reliable. Shout out to Sammy. Shout out to Kian. Shout out to Dre McCray. I met him, too. Sean Bain Jr., Bain's World. Stop playing, like all my guys, man. They rooting for me down here. So, they all texting me and whatnot. But, yeah, it's surreal, man. It's surreal. Yeah. I'm just one game at a time. I'm telling the boys, keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, a big, Hamilton coming here next weekend, and then the Labor Day, and then the rematch with Winnipeg. You know what it's all about. Things are getting real. So much fun. Okay, well, hey, we're watching, obviously, really closely. Keep it up down there. That was awesome to see you on the stat sheet last night. Everyone's proud of you. Like I said, keep balling, and thanks so much for doing this today.
Hey, no worries. I appreciate you guys for having me, man. Go Rider Nation.
Right on. There is. Number 9 for the Indianapolis Colts, Ajou Ajou. Jeez, that's so cool. Such a nice guy. We interviewed him at, was it Agribition last year, and he came in. He's big. He's big, jovial, such a nice guy. Yeah, 3 catches, 18 yards. Indianapolis Colts last night. They did lose to Baltimore, but it's preseason. I don't know. Someone texted in. I don't think he's coming back if he's getting those kind of touches in the preseason. We want him to stay down there. Go make a career of it. Be an NFL receiver. Love it. We're coming back. We're going to talk some hardball, some baseball coming to the city. More importantly, the beer gardens. Be buzzing. Canadian Men's National Championship. A couple of the fellas will be in. It is a Sportscage, streaming at sportscage.com. And on the home of the Riders, 620 CKRM.
Nelson Homes is having a summer blowout sale on quick possession homes that you don't want to miss out on. Get free delivery anywhere in Saskatchewan on select in-stock show homes and spec home RTMs. For more information, visit their website, homes.nlc.ca. Or for general information, call 1-800-661-6534. That's the Nelson Homes Summer Blowout Sale. Nelson Homes, trusted quality and service since 1949.
Come watch former pro and collegiate level players battle it out for the national championship. The Baseball Canada Men's National Championships are coming to Optimus Park in Curry Field. Get a full event pass or grab a day pass. Don't forget about the Twilight Games. All the baseball you can handle. August 20th opening ceremonies and home run derby are completely free. Bring a glove, these bats don't miss. The Baseball Canada Men's National Championships are coming to Optimus Park and Curry Field. See you at the park.
Sask Lotteries has over 50 years of winning behind us. And you know what that means? Lots of winning numbers. Numbers like over 1,200 organizations funded and 12,000 plus groups supported. $6 million given away annually in community grants. And the winningest number of all? $1.4 billion given back to the people of Saskatchewan through sport, culture, and recreation. And we're just getting started. Learn more at sasklotteries.ca.
At the cabin or on the farm, Access Rural Internet gives you speed and service you can rely on. Right now, get Access Rural Internet for as low as $69.95 a month for 24 months, including free service calls by our local techs, a free Wi-Fi router, and a strong, reliable signal matched by our strong, reliable customer service. Great service is never far away with Access Rural Internet. Visit myaccess.ca to book your free site survey.
At Cash Tactical, we know Regina. We live here. We fished our Saskatchewan lakes, hiked our trails, and hunted in our local woods. When you walk through our doors, you're not just a customer, you're part of the outdoor community we call home. That's why local outdoorsmen trust us for the best gear and honest advice. Whether you're gearing up for your first weekend in the bush or you're a seasoned vet chasing your next big trophy, you're welcome here. Cash Tactical, Regina's hunting, fishing, and camping headquarters.
Sportscage continues. You can watch our live stream at sportscage.com, on our YouTube channel, and always on the radio. Saskatchewan's voice for local sports. 620 CKRM.
All right, welcome back. Friday. Some heavy metal music there to get you into the weekend. If you're cruising, maybe you're going out to the lake. I heard some people have started harvest too. Just like last year, text in, Prairie Land Rentals text line 936-6262. Send us your harvest pictures. As it gets later, Colson, remember some of those sunset ones people were sending in? So it'd be a nice painting to get somebody for a gift. So if you're out there working hard, harvesting, stay safe. 936-6262. Thanks for making time, whether it's on the radio, 620 CKRM, through the app, or if you're watching things on YouTube through sportscage.com. If you're watching, we got two live guests. We got Chris and Nolan from the Regina Trappers in the studio here with their Trappers sweaters on. Those are nice. Can we get a picture on one of them, Colson? Those are nice. Those are a nice tarp. The Trappers, let's go with you first, Nolan, closer to that mic. August 21st to 24th at Curry and Optimus. You guys are hosting the Nationals. This has been a long time coming. You guys have been planning it for a long time. This is some really good baseball. How do you describe it to people that going to watch the men's national championship?
Yeah, it's probably the best caliber of baseball that you'll see in this province. Chris can attest to this too, as a guy that played in the WCBL for a lot of years. He's got a couple championships as well in that league. And no knock against the Red Sox or anybody in that league, but these are all guys that went on to play collegiate careers for 4 or 5 COVID years now, 6, 7 years. And many guys have played professionally as well, Chris being one of them, and many others. There's, I would say, anywhere between 30 and 40 guys that are at the tournament that played in the minors or in the Can-Am leagues or whatever that looks like. So,
were you part of the team last year that lost?
Yeah, the last couple of years.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. So now we got things on our home field. Will home field advantage be that much of an advantage in something like this?
Yes and no. I mean, all of our guys are going to be familiar with the facilities and what Curry and Optimus have to offer, but ultimately it's the 10 best men's amateur baseball teams in the country. You got, like Nolan said, there's guys that played professionally, there's high-level collegiate guys, I played 4 years in the WCBL and played overseas playing ball and collegiately, and this is the best 4 to 5 day span of baseball that anybody's going to see. I've been saying that since the very beginning that we've been doing this.
What would the top guys throw?
Well, there's guys. I mean, we've got guys that are low 90s on their fastballs. Cody Rock is our guy. He throws 1 million pitches per tournament and makes a couple starts and closes for us. And he's upper 80s, low 90s. There's guys that throw even harder. But the thing that we see is the stuff. It's not just the velocity. It's the fact that all these guys have professional and collegiate experience, and they got the stuff to back it.
It's been a long time coming, a lot of planning from you guys. Right now, though, as we are, I don't know, a couple weeks out, not even, what do you guys need? Still some volunteers probably here and there?
Yeah, some volunteers. We've had a tremendous amount of support so far from our volunteer base. Regina is known as a really good community for that. We still do have some open spots. If you're interested in volunteering, can reach out to myself at reginatrappers23@gmail.com. We'll get you in touch with the appropriate personnel on our board. We do still need a little bit of that, but everything's starting to come together.
reginatrappers.ca is the website. I'm sure they can navigate through there.
Yeah.
What kind of volunteers do you need? Do you need like people slinging beer, chasing balls, announcing?
Yeah, everything from slinging beer to
security.
yeah, I think that'll take care of itself. But anything from slinging beer to admission to merchandise to 50-50. We have some openings in kind of all of those areas as well.
Is this? I was a fastball kid growing up, but you go to nationals and all that, and you could pick some guys up, right? And then special men's, you pick guys up. Some guys only play. When it comes to this in your team, do you guys pick up some players from the regular team to go to nationals from the province?
Yeah, there's a good chunk. I mean, Nolan's kind of the brains behind the operation, Skip, but majority, I would say about half are going to be our regular guys, and then we've got guys from up in Saskatoon, Munster,
big baseball area, Munster, right?
Yeah,
Saskatchewan wide, under the Trappers umbrella. So we're fortunate to, now that we're hosting, have even more of a crop of guys that want to stay at home and play in front of their family.
Getting guys easy, same guys as last year, easier this year that it's here in Regina.
Yeah, for sure.
Wives are saying, okay, if it's in Regina, you can go. But if we're going out to the Maritimes, you can't.
Yeah, exactly. It is a lot easier. We probably have a list of guys that aren't coming that could have came. It's keeping the core of guys together and adding some pieces. We got a great core. We all get along super well, and it's just trying not to mess with that and then add the right pieces. At the end of the day, you want to add good ball players, but we really just want good dudes too, right?
Yeah.
It's men's baseball. It's an amateur event, but it's super competitive, and just adding the right guys to the locker room is massive.
No
too.
pigeons, right? Probably
No
a sign.
pigeons.
There's a sign up in the locker room probably. Who's the team to beat?
Quebec. We've played them in the final 2 years in a row. Come up short. That being said, everybody that's there is there for a reason. It's not an accident, right?
Yeah.
Every game, there's no night off. It's tough every single night. Chris can attest to that too. I mean, you can't take a pitch off and a bat off, or these teams will hurt you, right? So it's just staying focused and staying composed. And at home, there's gonna be some pressure on us. Like there's no secret there.
Oh
right?
no,
like,
yeah. We're gonna create that pressure
you're gonna
here
create
too.
some pressure, yeah. So it's getting that first game under our belt, or even that first inning, and you just kind of go from there and try to piece it together. We've put in a ton of work to get this thing going, and we hope people show up. And
good weather. Let's hope for really good weather to start with. Let's give some plugs to the guys on the team. Like, who makes this team tick? Who are the aces? Who are the guys with hot bats? I know you don't want to single anyone out, but we're gonna have to.
Well, I mean, there's local talent like Griffin Keller, who's a guy that played super competitive ball all the way through collegiate and played some pro ball out east. He's our big stick. Nolan Bracken's another big stick of ours. He's a local guy, baseball Sask guy. Cody Rock from Kenora, he's our ace. Thomas Lesmeister, another good arm. Dan Murari, one of our lefty relievers. You name it, we've got a ton of Saskatchewan.
Who are the Munster kids? I love that area.
Munster specifically, they're One's from Lake Lenore, one's from Humboldt.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
all the same.
Yeah. And they
would hate me for saying that, actually.
Related
so
to somebody in Bruno, probably.
Yeah.
That whole area is hot.
It's Thomas Lessmeister and Cole Baumel. Thomas Lessmeister's from Lake Lenore and Cole's from Humboldt. Cole Baumel played in the Detroit Tigers organization. Well-known name out there. His dad and his uncle are very, very well-known.
Baumel name, for sure.
So it's both really good ball players, good dudes.
Besides the Sports Cage, what are the big sponsors you want to give a plug to that have kind of really stepped up and helped here?
Oh, now you're really putting me on the spot.
It's on you, Skip. You got it.
You can make them up too.
Yeah.
Amazon. Thanks so much.
Yeah. Freeze Tallman Lumber, Action Express, Coldwell Banker, Northgate Mall. I'm gonna miss a bunch of them, I'm sure. There's so many that have stepped up, that have helped us out.
If you're watching the stream, they got their own beer. It's
Rebellion.
Right.
Yeah.
What's what does this taste like?
It's Rebellion Cerveza, so it tastes like a Corona. So
a little lime in there.
A little lime in there. So a Corona on any hot day, well, I'm sure it'll hit the spot.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna close. We'll keep these beers on the shelf there, but
if you don't drink them, Mark.
Yeah, you gotta get me really cold. The lime. What's the deal with the beer gardens? Because Sharky and I we're planning to do the show. I know we're gonna do the show from the beer gardens. Is it gonna be at Curry?
Yeah. So if you've been to a Red Sox game, it'll be the exact same feel as a Red Sox game. Won't be a specific beer gardens per se. It's a completely open license. It'll be really, really good.
The burger smell and a beer.
Yeah, exactly.
Watching some ball. Yeah. Crack of the bat. I can't have sunflower seeds because of the gout.
Right.
But we'll take it on. Guys, thanks so much for coming in.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun. August 21st, 24th, Curry Field and Optimist Park in Regina. 10 teams from across the country taking part. All the details, reginatrappers.ca. If you want to volunteer too, that's where you can go. Get out in the sun, watch some ball, volunteer. We got tickets to give away, another 2 right now, 936-6262. Chris and Noel, thanks so much.
Thanks for
having us.
And doing this. It is the Sports Cage. We're the home of local sports in Saskatchewan. Streaming at sportscage.com and on 620 CKRM.
You need to know what's going on in Regina, so get the scoop with the Regina Today newsletter, your backstage pass to everything happening in the city. It's quick, it's free, it's Regina Unfiltered. Get it straight to your inbox. Find the link to sign up at 620ckrm.com or text news to 306-936-6262 and get the link delivered right to your phone. Regina Today from sastoday.ca. Don't miss out.
Yar, do you fancy yourself a bit of a price pirate? Get ready to pillage and plunder Tuesday treasures at Freeze Tallman. It's a treasure trove of clearance items on display at the bow or the front of the store. With new items announced on Tuesday, you'll never know the bounty you'll find. Check the website for updates or stop by the store in person. Tuesday treasures. No treasure maps needed. Visit freezetallman.com. Regina location only. Freeze Tallman.
Let's get you building.
Nelson Homes is having a summer blowout sale on quick possession homes that you don't want to miss out on. Get free delivery anywhere in Saskatchewan on select in-stock show homes and spec home RTMs. For more information, visit their website, homes.nlc.ca. Or for general information, call 1-800-661-6534. That's the Nelson Homes Summer Blowout Sale. Nelson Homes, trusted quality and service since 1949.
Come watch former pro and collegiate level players battle it out for the national championship. The Baseball Canada Men's National Championships are coming to Optimist Park in Curry Field. Get a full event pass for just $50 or grab a day pass for $20. Twilight games after 5 p.m. are only $10. Tickets are available at the gate. August 20th opening ceremonies and Home Run Derby are completely free. Bring a glove. These bats don't miss. The Baseball Canada Men's National Championships are coming to Optimist Park in Curry Field. See you at the park.
Hey, let's hit up Pump Jack's Cathedral.
Pump? You talking about my basketball shoes?
No, Pump Jack's Cathedral.
Who?
Pump Jack's Cathedral Saloon and Steakhouse. They're open now. They've got a large selection of local draft and food and drink specials. Kids are allowed until 8. There's live entertainment every weekend.
Let's go. I'm pumped.
On the corner of Albert and 13th, Pub Jack's Cathedral Saloon and Steakhouse. Come early, stay late. The place where friends meet.
So, since that little ding on my car last week, I don't know where to take it.
I don't even know.
That's easy. Take it to Regina Motor Products.
Who said that?
I did. Down here. I'm Terry the Tire. Regina Motor Products Chevrolet Collision Center and SGI accredited auto body repair is a full-service collision and body shop that works on all makes and models. Just submit your claim to SGI and set an appointment to get your appraisal done. Easy.
I bet you're tired after saying all that.
South at Highway 1 and 6, Albert Street. RMPChevrolet.com.
At the cabin or on the farm, Access Rural Internet gives you speed and service you can rely on. Right now, get Access Rural Internet for as low as $69.95 a month for 24 months, including free service calls by our local techs, a free Wi-Fi router, and a strong, reliable signal matched by our strong, reliable customer service. Great service is never far away with Access Rural Internet. Visit myaccess.ca to book your free site survey.
The 620 CKRM Country Corner is brought to you by Glasses TV, your SaskTel authorized dealer, and Foster's Audio Video in Carlisle. Get the newest cell phone today with an amazing SaskTel rate plan.
The 25th annual Whitewood Chickachaz Rodeo is August 15th and 16th. Don't miss an Indigenous dance troupe Friday at 6:30. Shea is Tossie performs Friday, and there's DJ music by CRT Sound Saturday, plus a full canteen. Adults $15, kids 7 to 12 are 8, and 6 and under free. Weekend passes $25. Regina is hosting the Baseball Canada Men's National Championship August 21st to 24th at Curry Field in Optimus Park. Exciting baseball action with 10 teams from across the country. Details at reginatrappers.ca. And Danceland at Manitou Beach presents SCMA multi-award winner JJ Voss and a damn good band. Saturday, September 13th. A barbecue buffet or burger and beer and a bus tour departing from Regina. Tickets and information at danceland.ca.
For more information, visit 620ckrm.com. Listen weekdays at noon for Saskag Today on 620 CKRM with your host Ryan Young along with Doug Falconer and Kevin Hirsch, offering the most extensive agricultural news coverage with precision weather meteorologists. In an industry that moves fast, stay updated with the latest, most reliable information in ag news, prices and trends, all in one place. Available anytime at saskagtoday.com. Saskag Today, your trusted source for all things agriculture on 620 CKRM. It's time for the Sports Ticker, brought to you by Extreme Hockey and Sports, Regina's locally owned one-stop hockey shop. Now with a price match guarantee. 1425 McIntyre Street.
Well, where do we start? Let's start with the Western Canadian Baseball League and the Regina Red Sox. If you haven't heard, completed the sweep of the Medicine Hat Mavericks last night. 2 straight. Take a seat, Medicine Hat. The Red Sox, a 13-7 win last night. Shout out Brady by James Wright for the Sox. 3 for 5, 3 RBIs each. Zaid Brannigan, 2 hits last night, drove in 1 run. And Chris Spry pitched 6 strong innings, allowing 3 earned runs, 9 hits, struck out 7. Moose Jaw Saskatoon's rained out today for Game 3. They're going to play tomorrow. You missed it in Hour 1. We talked to Red Sox manager Ry Pothakos. I kind of want to see him play Saskatoon. Saskatoon was the big dog in the East. That's who I want to see. That's either going to start. So if Saskatoon wins tomorrow, it starts in Saskatoon, obviously, probably Monday. Now that we're pushed back a day, we'll clear all that up on our socials, Sportscage. Major League Baseball tonight. All you Blue Jay fans, how excited are you? You got to stay up late. Colin Lovequist down the hall. He's going to stay up late. Blue Jays in Los Angeles. The Dodgers. Almost identical records. 2 of the league's best. Matt Scherzer against Sammy's boy Clayton Kershaw for Los Angeles. The Jays in the AL East are 4 up on the Red Sox right now. That first pitch tonight, 8:10 local time. CFL tonight, 1-6 Edmonton in Montreal to take on the 5-3 Alouettes. Farhan and I both like the Elks in this one. They're a 2-point dog. Depends where you look. Over-under's 50.5. NFL preseason. Last night we had him on the show. We're going to rerun it in Hour 3 if you missed it. Ajou Ajou, 3 catches, 18 yards for the Indianapolis Colts in their loss in Baltimore. Tonight, the Browns and Shedeur Sanders against the Panthers. My Patriots are home to the Commanders. Lions at Falcons. NFL preseason gambling's a wild ride, my friend. Sign up for the latest news at Riderville with the Sportscage Insider Report. Sign up today by clicking on Insider Report at Sportscage for your chance to win. Sportscage.com. A lot of good stories on there right now. The Junior Football Report as the Thunder gets set to open things up in Edmonton this weekend. Also a story when Don Hewitt had Commissioner Dan Neer on from the Western Hockey League. Some good notes there. Yesterday, what a show yesterday. If you missed it and didn't listen to it in podcast form, we had Willie Desjardins, head coach GM of the Medicine Hat Tigers, talking about the Memorial Cup, about Gavin McKenna, players going to NCAA from the Western Hockey League. His answer when I asked him when did he think that there's a good chance he was going to lose Gavin is priceless. It's a tease. You can go and listen to it. You can watch it on podcast form. And then we had head coach of the Colorado Avalanche, Jared Bednar, as up in Humboldt today. They're starting the Humboldt alumni and golf tournament. Brian Munns and Jared Bednar are the hosts. Bednar was a great interview. We go back in some of his Sasky days. Played in Humboldt and played for the Blades, Spokane, Medicine Hat. So the story, there's also a story on that up at sportscage.com. Go and be a subscriber, and then you get a chance to win. Got a chance to win tickets. Who doesn't want to win Labor Day tickets now? That thing is sold out. Secondary market time.
Labor Day tickets are the next ones. Just getting people's hopes up. First, because the Hamilton game's a home game.
Are we giving away Hamilton tickets on the sportscage.com?
I don't know about those ones. I thought you were saying pick the score.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No. I know you're busy editing. I'm not playing pick the score. We're not playing pick the score today.
Not today, no.
Yeah, next week when Maz is in.
No, but on Tuesday you were saying the pick the score tickets were Labor Day. So that's where I'm.
It's just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But the next game is if it was pick the score, the next game would be the Hamilton game.
Correct.
There would be no game to pick. I guess we got somebody to play a different CFL. Anywho, we're not giving away. We're going to be giving away tickets to the Labor Day game on sportscage.com.
There you go.
As we circle back, we circle it all back.
We do have baseball tickets though.
We do have baseball ticket. Yeah, that baseball. If you heard that interview, there's ex-pro players coming to town. ReginaTrappers.ca. They're the host team. That Quebec, 2 years in a row, they've lost to Quebec. Win it on home soil. August 21st to 24th here in Regina. Colson's got a mitt full of tickets if you want to win. Also, I want to give a plug here, too. Don't forget, Western Canada Professional Hockey Scouts Foundation. They're celebrating Indigenous hockey September 30th at the Connexus. You get a table. You can get tickets on your own. The lineup of speakers and the round table is going to be unbelievable. Ron DeLorme, the King Brothers, DJ and Dwight, John Nasty Marasti, Jordan Tutu, Rich Pilon, Brian Trottier, Dave Williams, and more. Coming up September 30th at the Connexus Arts Center in Regina. It's the Western Canada Professional Hockey Scouts Foundation to celebrate Indigenous hockey. Silent auction is going to be off the hook. I can tell you that. That is National Truth and Reconciliation Day, so a nice tie-in there. What do we, sports ticker this hour was for, forgot to give the Extreme Hockey and Sport in Regina, where right now they have the price match guarantee. So you can go out there, shop around, you find a product, they'll match the price on it. If you're into shopping local, you're big into shopping local, Extreme Hockey and Sport. I don't know how many times different teams that I've been on have tried to hit them up for prizes and all that. They've always been great supporters. So, they got the price match guarantee. Whatever your sport is, Extreme Hockey has you getting going. Hour 3 coming up. We're going to start with, it's always a highlight to talk to Rob Vanstone, historian from the Saskatchewan Roughriders. We should have a running tally on how many names and stats he's just going to rattle off the top of his head. So Rob Vanstone.
Over under 52.5.
I'd probably go on the under on that, but yeah, I get what you're saying. Rob's going to join us, and then Prairie Golf Gems are new feature we've run this year. People are saying, hey, have you ever heard about Cypress Hills? Check out Cypress Hills. So that's what we did this week. We're going to be talking to Willie Desjardins again. He runs the Cypress Hills golf course. That's coming up. It's for Cooper Tires and Flooring Superstore, Trent Dickin and his team. And then Coulson saying we got to rerun the Ajou Ajou interview in hour 3 for people that missed it here.
Give the people what they want.
Yeah, after his performance last night in Baltimore, 3 catches, 18 yards. Jeez, I hope he makes it. Number 9 for the Indianapolis Colts. So hour 3 is jam-packed. We're coming back. It is the Sports Cage, streaming at sportscage.com and on the home of local sports in Saskatchewan, 620 CKRM.
This is 620 CKRM, a Harvard media station. Available everywhere in high-res audio with the CKRM app.
It's 5 o'clock. Good evening. I'm Corey Atkinson from the SaskToday.ca newsroom with your 620 CKRM news for Echo Sound in Fort Qu'Appelle. Stay connected with a new cell phone from Echo Sound. Call 306-332-6711. A severe thunderstorm watch is in effect for areas of eastern and southeastern Saskatchewan today, and there are also some severe thunderstorm warnings out there right now. Environment Canada says conditions are favorable for storms producing hail up to the size of toonies and wind gusts near 90 kilometers an hour. Forecasters expect the storms to weaken this evening. Lightning kills and injures Canadians each year, so officials urge residents to head indoors when thunder is heard. Watches are issued when dangerous storms are possible. Saskatchewan's latest Crown Oil and Natural Gas public offering has brought in more than $24 million, the highest since 2014. The August 5th sale saw 40 parcels receive bids covering 12,037 hectares. Saturn Oil and Gas Incorporated placed the largest bid at $15 million for land near Creelman. The Southeast region accounted for the most revenue at $23.4 million. Energy Minister Colleen Young says the results reflect continued exploration interest. This was the third offering of the fiscal year, raising over $45 million so far. The province is launching a new weekly Orange Zone construction update to help drivers plan safer and faster trips. Starting today, the update will be posted online every Friday at 10 a.m. with the latest highway construction details. Highways Minister David Merritt says communities have asked for better access to information. Highlights this week include major projects near Fillmore, Weyburn, and north of Highway 16. Drivers are urged to slow down in construction zones. Details are online at saskatchewan.ca/orangezone and the highway hotline. Canadian doctors and scientists say U.S. Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s defunding of mRNA vaccine development earlier this week will have negative health effects in Canada and around the world. Dr. Cora Constantinescu is a Calgary pediatric infectious disease specialist. She says Kennedy's false claims that mRNA vaccines aren't safe could damage trust in vaccines in general.
I think it is going to cause a vaccine confidence crisis. I think that's what's looming on the horizon, and it's a problem because we're already in the midst of vaccine-preventable disease outbreaks like measles.
Constantinescu says mRNA vaccines save millions of lives during the COVID-19 pandemic and are needed to protect against possible future pandemics, such as H5N1 avian flu. And actors Seth Rogen and Rose Byrne have proved that men and women can be just friends in the first season of their Apple TV Plus comedy series, Platonic. Here's Mike Dubusky.
Over on Apple TV Plus, Platonic is out with its season 2 premiere. The comedy series follows 2 codependent friends played by Rose Byrne and Seth Rogen, who spoke to ABC Audio.
They see through each other's fake realities, I think, in a way that might be a little too perceptive for each other's own good.
Rogen's character Will is struggling to open his bar, while Sylvia, played by Byrne, has an event planning business that has yet to take off. That is your 620 CKRM News. Read more stories from around your community and around the province at sasktoday.ca and 620ckrm.com. Your weather is next.
Let's get out on the water. Now is the best time of year to buy a boat or pontoon at Kevin's Marine. Cast a line in a Lund fishing boat. Take the family out on a Four Winds boat. Or head out on a pontoon by Harris or Crest. Powered by Mercury Motors at the lowest prices of the year. There are manufacturer's rebates, dealer discounts, and low payment financing on a great selection of boats and pontoons. Plus Shoremaster aluminum docks and lifts. Kevin's Marine in Fort Qu'Appelle. Enjoy your summer. Get out on the water. Stop by or shop online at kevinsmarine.com.
Way to go, Travis Kelce. I mean, son.
As fun as it is watching your 5-year-old run the wrong way or pick dandelions
on the football field? What if I told you you could watch your favorite sports or shows on the go anywhere? Well, you can with MaxStream TV from Echo Sound, your SaskTel authorized dealer. Take MaxStream anywhere you go.
Oh, wrong way, buddy.
MaxStream and great internet plans available at Echo Sound, your SaskTel authorized dealer in Fort Capel, echosound.ca.
Weather brought to you by Line X Regina, Serious Protection, Killer Looks, 1865 McCara Street. And Croft Electric, 27 years of trusted, reliable home, farm, and commercial service for all your electrical needs. croftelectric.com, and you can find them on all socials.
Showers have been isolated, and still a couple of isolated showers are possible through the night, mostly on the late side, too. Temperature falling off to around 14. Likely we're dealing with some rain through the day on Saturday. Some steady light rain, some drizzle, a few heavier showers in the mix. Temperature up to around 18, so struggling to move, especially as winds increase through the day. It'll feel a little bit chilly. Winds gusting upwards of 45 kilometers per hour daytime and close to 50 or even above 50 for Saturday night. That steadier rainfall, maybe heavy at times in the afternoon, but it's mostly light showers and drizzle that linger into Sunday night. All that comes to an end with a gusty breeze continuing to drop off to 14. So little movement to start the weekend, but improvement on Sunday. Mainly sunny sky, a bit breezy still with a high of 23. The wind settles down Monday, mostly sunny at 23 the high. And Tuesday, a mixture of sunshine and clouds, a few isolated afternoon showers with a high of 23. With your 620 CKRM weather forecast, I'm Precision Weather meteorologist Phil Spivak.
Croft Electric. You've probably heard of us because we've been around for over 27 years. We do commercial and residential work? Yes. We do permanent holiday lighting? Yes. We do cabins? Yes. And farms? Yes and yes. We're an authorized Generac generator dealer. We are a full-service electrical company with the experience and the people to service all of your electrical needs. We are Croft Electric. We will be here when you need us. Do it right, do it once. Follow us on all social and call 306-586-1333 to book.
When you want the best for your truck, you want Line X. Your truck has withstood the harshest elements Saskatchewan has thrown at it. Rocks, gravel, rain, sleet, and snow, and left with no chips, no rust. Line X protective coating keeps your truck's bed liners, rocker panels, and bumpers looking like brand new. Don't settle for Brand X. Go with Line X. It's serious protection. Come see why everybody loves taking their truck to Line X Regina for their rocker panels, bumpers, and more. Line X. Make your truck complete. 1865 McCara Street.
Broadcasting from Century Studios in downtown Regina, Harvard Media presents The Sports Cage, where Saskatchewan comes to talk local sports. Brought to you by Nelson Homes, supplying home packages and RTMs for over 65 years. Be part of the show. Call 1-866-767-0620 or text 306-936-6262. The Sports Cage. Streaming at sportscage.com, our YouTube channel, and on the radio at 620 CKRM.
Welcome back to the Sports Cage in the last hour here, getting you into the weekend on this Friday. It's myself and Colson is in the pocket there. Friday's always for Nelson Homes. Thank you very much. Busy show so far today. We're going to continue the Rider talk going here. Still to come, Prairie Golf Gems, the Cypress Hills Golf Course. If you want to check that out. CFL last night, CFL tonight. Of course, our Riders are off, so we thought this is the perfect time to go out on the Western Pizza Guest Hotline. Perfect pizza, generous amount of toppings, and talk to Rider historian and legend from the Leader Post, Rob Vanstone, who's joining us. And Rob usually has a dog story to start with when you're with me anyways. How's the dog?
Well, I'll see if I can get her in the frame. Where is she? There she is.
Oh, there she is. Right on.
Cute? She's so cute. Yeah, I'm basically a week off, and I'm just spending the week enabling my entitled dog Candy this week. So whatever she wants, I'm going to do. So I may have to leave abruptly if she decides she wants to go for a walk in 2 minutes. So
yeah, it's good. That's right. It's a bye week for you as well. We're 7-1, Rob. There's obviously the excitement. You've been around this team a long time, going back to your days too at the Leader Post. Does this remind you of a year from years gone by?
You know, the closeness of the team and the camaraderie really resonates with me. I only remember one other 7-1 Rider team, and that was the 2013 team. The previous one was, and the only other one was in 1970, and I didn't have my big football awakening until 1971. Boy, do I sound old. And so I've only got that precedent to kind of fall back on as far as 2013. But I look at the 81 team, and I think that was as close a Rider team as there has ever been. And Joe Faragelli was the head coach, and it was just a really close, fun team that found ways to pull out games in the latter stages. And I'm kind of getting that same vibe. Now, that team finished 9-7, didn't even make the playoffs, but it will always be one of my favorite Rider teams of all time because it was just a fun team. You could tell how much they really liked playing for each other and playing for the head coach, Joe Faragelli. And I think there's sort of that same closeness and bond with Corey Mace and his staff. So I'm getting into, just in terms of the overall camaraderie, I think 81 is the best comparator I can come up with.
We saw it last week in Montreal where maybe the team finally, term I use, kind of step on a team's throat when they got him down. And they ran him out of the barn first quarter right till the fourth quarter. Are you, when you look at this team, was that maybe, a positive to see, obviously, from you? Because it was like, we're not quite the fourth quarter. What are we doing? We seem to be almost letting some of these get away, where in Montreal, they finally turned it around.
And Montreal is a forbidding territory for any team to visit. So that's a tough one. So to win there, I think is important. And I wouldn't discount the early victories, the earlier victories, or 5 of them that were close, even though I think even from the coaches on down, they'll say, well, there should have, we could have played better. There were certain stages of the game where that could have been closed out earlier. But I think the mark of a good team or a great team is one that can win when it isn't necessarily playing its best football. And I've seen teams over the years that have lost a lot of the 1-pointers, the 2-pointers, the 7-pointers, and I think it's a trait to be able to win. You look at, you can almost draw a baseball analogy, and what about the pitcher who can win when the fastball isn't 100? Maybe the fastball's 91 today. Maybe the curveball isn't crackling the way it should, but you manage to use your resourcefulness to win a game. And I think it's telling that in those close games, the Roughriders have won them. The law of averages suggests that if there's a number of close games, maybe you win half of them. Well, they've won all of them, and I think that's worth noting as well. But the emphatic nature of the victory in Montreal was noted, especially again the injury-related flux that's been created, especially along the offensive line and in the receiving core. The team has really been able to withstand that, and I think that's. Ken Schaefer-Baker and Samuel Emilus aren't in the lineup right now. And yet Trevor Harris has been the top-rated passer according to Pro Football Focus in 3 of the last 4 games.
Getting to the quarterback, the opposition with 4, and just consistently, and it's not always sacks, it's the pressures and the hurries and all that. Let's go there again and asking kind of the same question, your thoughts on what they're doing there and how, Coach Mace and his philosophy, along with the other coaches as well. Does that remind you of a defensive front that we've had in the past?
The Riders, through their history have had a lot of them that have been really good. The last game in Montreal, the Alouettes didn't get beyond the 46-yard line. And I make this comparison with some hesitation because it's still weak. We're just through 8 games that the Riders have played. But in 66, the second half of the Grey Cup game, the Ottawa Roughriders did not get to midfield. And look at that defensive line, and there was Ron Atchison, and there was Garner Ekstrand, and Don Gerhardt, a very underrated player, and the amazing Ed McQuarters. There have been Rider teams through the years that, in the 70s with George Wells and that whole group along the defensive line, just creating havoc for other teams. Mike Dirks and I go back to the mid 70s when the Riders had such a formidable offensive line. 1976, they went to the Grey Cup and they had such a great defensive line, and they were able to rush with 4. And if they wanted to blitz, they had Van Gorey and Manchuk to do it, but they didn't need to. And in 76, the linebackers got so many interceptions between them because the Riders could rush with 4. And I think that's I'm reminded of that as I think out loud here.
That people are going to love those throwback names. I'm born in 77, but I still remember some of the names. Obviously, no, it's
77,
great.
the year Bill Baker returned to the Rider defensive line.
Rider historian Rob Vanstone is with us here on the Western Pizza guest hotline. Receivers, you mentioned, Keen, Schaefer, Baker, Sam Emelis out. We knew, I think a lot of us, what Dante Myers could probably do, even with the shortened season last year. Let's start with Dante and then just go through the receiving core and how it's been kind of by committee, which is nice to see.
It really has been. And there's, different players have taken turns with 100-yard games. And, Joe Robustelli stepping up as he has with that monster game earlier this year. And Dante Myers is an interesting story because during the offseason, there was some chatter about, do the Riders necessarily have that explosive receiver that they need? And it was interesting because just hearing the chatter internally, the suspicion and the sentiment was that Dante Myers could be that guy. All he needed was to be able to play more than he did last year when injuries curtailed his season after such an impressive start. And we're seeing Dante Myers take even more steps now. I mean, he's had 100-plus yards in 3 straight road games, and the team record is 4. And we go back to the 1981 Roughriders and Joey Walters when that record was set. And he's played so well overall, but especially on the road, he's got all 4 of his touchdowns in road games. And we're just seeing the chemistry that he has with Trevor Harris, and you saw it on some of the images that you were showing. And I think one of the key plays in the game against Montreal was the opening kickoff. Dante Myers takes it back 46 yards to Montreal's 54. Yeah. Riders marched 10 plays for a touchdown. Brett Lother's convert turned out to be the deciding point, and that was the first drive of the game. And so that Dante Myers kickoff return, in addition to what he did through the air, I mean, he had a kickoff return exceeding 46 yards, and he had 136 receiving yards in the same game. The only player to do that in the same game in Rider history was Bobby Thompson on October 24th, 1971, when the Riders beat BC 50-18. And the only player in Rider history with a 46-yard kickoff return or more and a 58-yard reception or more was Bobby Thompson in that same October 24th, 1971 game, when he had a 115-yard kickoff return and caught a 97-yard touchdown bomb from Ronnie. So that's the kind of impact that he's making, not only as a receiver, but as a returner as well. Sorry for the inundation of numbers. This is what I do during a bye week.
What did you think?
I feed a dog, I walk a dog, and I get into numbers.
What did you think of the movie Rain Man?
I haven't seen it.
Come on, Robbie.
Honestly, I haven't seen Star Wars, and which maybe was quite a big deal in grade 8 when I was in high school. We had high school in grade 8 back then, and my entire class has seen Star Wars, and I hadn't. And that's where I learned the meaning of the word ostracism. And no, I'm not familiar with Rain Man, but I'm so old. I only go to silent movies. There's an orchestra in the front of the theater.
Oh yeah. So. You got to watch it, because when you're rattling off numbers like that, it kind of reminds me. Speaking of reminds me, who is Trevor Harris reminiscent of through Rob Vanstone's eyes?
I see a lot of Ronnie there. With fewer interceptions.
Even league wide, even not just Riders, like league wide.
Trevor came into the league and Ricky Ray was in Toronto, and I think he learned so much from Ricky, and just the cerebral nature that he plays. He's absolutely unruffled by anything. He's just so calm. His demeanor really doesn't change. If he throws a pick, okay, that's part of football. I'll come back and I'll throw a touchdown pass the next series. And I think coming into the league, having Ricky Ray as that example, and I think Trevor was already established himself as that kind of player when he was at Edinburgh University. And but I just demeanor-wise, I see so much comparison there, because just there's nothing you can put in front of him that's going to faze him. And it's like watching a someone with a, working on a PhD in passing every game. And that is, again, that takes me back to the master, Ron Lancaster. And I feel like I'm watching a master at work when I watch Trevor Harris. And, I'm constantly updating when the Riders are playing, Trevor's rankings in terms of all-time yardage, all-time completions, all-time touchdown passes. And when I was growing up, every time Ronnie threw a pass, he set a CFL record. Every time George ran the ball, he set a record. And we're seeing, Trevor move up those lists systematically in somewhat the same fashion that I followed Ronnie as a kid. The whole theme of this is that I'm very old. I'm almost 40.
What about the West, Robin? What are you seeing? What are you making of this? Nathan Rourke again within a shootout last night, but BC hasn't looked stellar. Yeah, another high. I should have taken the over, even though the first half I would have been kicking myself. Winnipeg, there's rumblings, not for me, but some people are saying I think it's kind of on the last few shots there on the 18th hole for Winnipeg, and then Calgary was lights out. And then have they come back to earth now, but VA's back. What are you just making of the West?
I don't discount anybody in this division. I think it's such a strong division. And even the Elks, you look at their record. But the way they have played, especially with Cody Fajardo behind center, I think that's a team that could be a really tough out for a lot of opponents down the stretch. Calgary, the Riders saw what Calgary can do when they were here. And with Vernon Adams Jr., they're such a formidable team. And BC, they've been a bit of a mystery at times this year, not only, I think, to observers, but to the coaching staff as well. We've heard some frustration, but we've also saw, I think the reason for that frustration is you see what that team can do when Nathan Rourke is cooking. And that is what we saw last night against Hamilton. What a wonderful game that was. And Winnipeg, a year ago at this time, people were kind of writing off the Bombers, and there they were in a fifth straight Grey Cup in November. And, and they've managed to keep their heads above water despite a lot of injuries. And once Zach gets back and gets on a roll, you can't rule them out. I just think every game against a West opponent is going to have so much importance and create so much excitement this year. And that's not, again, I'll go back to 1981 where the Riders were 9-7, didn't make the playoffs. And Calgary was fifth in the West and had more wins than Ottawa, which got to the Grey Cup. That's the kind of West I think we have this year, just in terms of caliber.
I'm just looking up, guess what the number one movie was in 1981?
Boy, Porky's?
No, Cannonball Run would have been close to.
Oh, Cannonball Run.
Raiders of the Lost Ark was number one, followed by another real tearjerker right in the feels, On Golden Pond. So,
boy, it wasn't until
Superman 2.
Dudley Moore movie that was really big that year. There was a Christopher Cross song that was a theme of it. Oliver's no. Boy,
Chariots of Fire?
No, what was it?
I don't know.
The Cannonball Run was such a classic. The doctor in that movie was absolutely hysterical. I love those Burt Reynolds, let's just write the script in 10 minutes and have a hit movie things.
Let my mustache do the work.
What's that?
Let my mustache do the work, Burt said.
Absolutely. Those things were hysterical. Burt Reynolds, when he went to university, one of his best friends was a receiver named Bob Wren, who ended up playing for the Roughriders in the late 50s, early 60s. How's that for Burt Reynolds trivia?
Oh,
Burt Reynolds mentioned Bob Wren in his autobiography. They were that close.
Wow. Look at this. This is so, Robbie, we could go on for a long bit. Okay, have fun in your last couple of days of the bye week and walking your dog and doing all that. And, I always appreciate you hopping on here.
Oh, thanks so much, Barney. And thanks for giving me a reason to validate all this wallowing in the past I've been doing during the bye week. I hope I wasn't too annoying.
Hey, try and watch Rain Man this weekend.
Well, what's the deal with? I've heard of this movie forever.
He just remembered. He's you got to watch it. Just your memory of numbers. Your memory of numbers is the only thing that kind of reminds me.
Well, my wife makes fun of me because I can recite these types of numbers, but then I don't know where I put my keys.
See, I'm in a
Where's my keys? Where's my wallet?
I'm in a relationship like that. You remember what from how many years ago? But no, I don't know where the keys are. Yeah. Okay, thanks so much, Rob. That is rider historian Rob Vanstone joining us here on the Sportscage through the Western Pizza guest hotline. Always fun to talk to him, man. Does he have a memory? It's a Sports Cage. We are streaming at sportscage.com and on the home of the Riders, 620 CKRM.
The Country Music Rewind with Colin Lovequist.
We'll look back at some of the big shakers and movers of the country music scene. Some cats reinvented themselves. Others, they did what works for them the best. We'll feature in the top 25 on your Country Music Rewind.
The Country Music Rewind with Colin Lovequist. Brought to you by Crawford's No Frills. Saturday afternoons at 4 and Sunday afternoons at 1 on Country's Greatest Hits, 620 CKRM.
It's the perfect place to hold your event. It's the perfect place, whether it's for a trade show, fundraiser, dance recital, company team building event, or off-site business meeting. It's the perfect place for your wedding. With exceptional catering services, venues perfect for a group of any size, and plenty of on-site parking. The perfect place for your event is the Connexus Arts Center. Get all the details about hosting your next event at the Connexus Arts Center at connexusartscenter.ca.
See you at the center. Hey, we're Harvard Media. A few times a year, we love to get together with our favorite businesses and throw a good old-fashioned classic auction. There's nothing like waiting until the last minute, battling out other bidders, and claiming your prize. We're looking for businesses to join up for our next one. All we need from you is an experience, service, or item like a gift card. In return, we'll serve you up a top-tier ad campaign. No cash needed. This is a trade deal. Check out harvardmedia.com for info. Terms and conditions apply.
Nelson Homes is having a summer blowout sale on quick possession homes that you don't want to miss out on. Get free delivery anywhere in Saskatchewan on select in-stock show homes and spec home RTMs. For more information, visit their website, homes.nlc.ca. Or for general information, call 1-800-661-6534. That's the Nelson Homes Summer Blowout Sale. Nelson Homes, trusted quality and service since 1949.
SEIU West members are
Medical Equipment Coordinator,
Combined Laboratory and X-ray Technologist,
Orderly, Biomedical Engineering Technologist,
File Clerk,
MRI Technologist,
Carpenter,
Pharmacy Technician, Cardiology Technologist,
Staff Scheduler,
Information Technology Analyst.
The backbone of your public health care system. Learn more at seius.ca.
Have you ever tried convincing a 1,000-pound animal to walk half a mile for a drink? Yeah, good luck with that. Cows aren't moving, and frankly, they don't care about your schedule. So instead of turning your pasture into a full-blown cattle negotiation summit, install a Keln Solar Livestock Watering System. You can drop a pump just about anywhere. No grid, no trenching, no drama. So let the cows chill. You move the water. Keln Solar. They move water because your cows won't. Visit kelnsolar.com.
Hee-haw! It's the Ram Rodeo at Crestview Chrysler. That's right, folks. We got Ram trucks coming out the wazoo. So we're wrangling prices down with discounts of up to 18,200 buckaroos. Can you believe it? Ram Bighorns going for only $65 and change plus tax, or get 0% financing over 72 months on most models. We also have an impressive selection of cars and SUVs. But the Ram Rodeo's on right now at Crestview Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Regina.
Get it hot, get it fast, Western Pizza.
Meet Todd. It's noon. He's really hungry, and his stomach makes sure to let him know it.
Todd, we talked about this. No more skipping meals. I need cheese. I need crust. I need Western Pizza.
All right. Western Pizza it is. Western Pizza. Dine in or take out today, before your stomach starts making demands.
And get it hot, get it fast, Western Pizza.
It's time for the Sports Ticker, brought to you by Steel Craft Doors Regina, made in Western Canada for Western Canadians.
All right, back here. Oh, Red Sox. Red Sox sweep Medicine Hat last night. You missed the score, 13-7. So now they await Moose Jaw or Saskatoon in the WCBL playoffs, and that game's rained out in Saskatoon tonight. So if you're going up, maybe going to the Long Branch, it's canceled. They're going to probably go tomorrow. Then we find out who we play. Moose Jaw, Saskatoon. Major League Baseball tonight. Blue Jays, Dodgers. 8:10 p.m. local time. It's Matt Scherzer and Clayton Kershaw on the hill. Colson, first time since 2008? Those guys have been in the league a long time. But those two have faced off against each other. Should be a good one. CFL football tonight should be a good one. Edmonton, Montreal. McLeod, Bethel, Thompson against Cody Fajardo. Edmonton's a little underdog there, but I don't mind them tonight.
Kickoff any minute.
Kickoff any minute now. NFL preseason. Tonight, Browns and Shedeur Sanders against the Panthers, Lions and Falcons, Commanders at Patriots. They missed it last night. Ajou Ajou, our former rider, 3 catches, 18 yards for the Indianapolis Colts against Baltimore. We had Ajou Ajou on. We're going to replay that interview here in Hour 3 of the Sports Cage. That's your sports ticker in Hour 3. For Steelcraft Doors Regina. Made in Western Canada for Western Canada. And they got a 40,000 square foot warehouse right now. If you need a garage door, Regina Steelcraft Doors has it. NFL preseason football. I probably will watch some of that Patriots game. I'm not going to lie. When it gets into the third and fourth quarter, though, that's where it gets rowdy. And in-play bets, just because a team's down 21-0 in preseason football, it don't matter. It's a wild ride. You never know it's not the who's who that plays the third and fourth quarter of NFL preseason games. And then that CFL game last night. Oh, mama. The CFL is exciting. Like I said before, any football can be exciting. I've gotten wrapped up in the World Flag Football Championships. Doesn't matter what age group, too, male or female. That's exciting. And it was, if you're watching the stream right there, that fumble late in the game, Chris Bolu knocks it out. And then BC actually ran it more than I thought they would. Then they went for the field goal. They won it. I was hoping they were just going to kick it through the end zone for an old-fashioned rouge, kick it out of the park, walk off, send the ball rolling down some Hamilton Street. Hamilton still leading the East at 6-3. Montreal is 5-3. A win tonight really helps them there. BC 4-5. So yeah, they're not going anywhere. And what's going on with Winnipeg? No idea. That's an intriguing football game this weekend. Too. Winnipeg, Calgary. I'm on the I think it's done for Winnipeg train as we move along here. I'm thinking time has run out. I know there's people, that's Winnipeg. How many championships have they been to? I get that, but at some point it's got to end. Ends for every team. And is there turmoil there? The sweep of Labor Day and Banjo Bowl.
It's always a good feeling when it happens.
That would be. When's the last time we swept them? That Banjo. That's a Robbie Vanstone question. Should have asked him. He might be still listening. Maybe he's walking his dog and listening. The sweep of that. Hamilton coming in. Now, obviously, they're no joke. They come in next weekend. And an afternoon tilt. 1 p.m.
Last time we won Banjo Bowl was 2018.
Did we win Labor Day that day?
That's what I'm looking up right now.
The old noodle isn't what it used to be. It's for Nelson Homes on Friday. They have been making home packages and RTMs for over 65 years. And mention this, too. We'd love to help out the local clients. And out in Lumsden, Last Mountain Distillery, the Caesar Fest tomorrow, because their Caesars with their dill pickle vodkas off the charts. Because of the rain, they're moving it indoors, so it's still a go. Caesar Fest. If you did nothing, if it's a rainy day, nothing to do, drive out to Lumsden. If you've never been to the distillery, it's super cool. And go enjoy Caesar Fest. Last Mountain Distillery in Lumsden tomorrow. Shout out for them. What did you find out?
2018 was the last time we swept. And before that, I think 2014 we did as well.
7 seasons ago.
Yeah.
It seems like it was last year or 2 years ago, but with that whole COVID thing in there, all the years are blending together. Yeah, that'd be nice. That's what forecast next Saturday? Could be a hot one. But I think I like where we stand. And we got to get the home playoff. We got to get the West final.
Yeah. What's crazy is since COVID, so 4 Labor Days, the Blue Bombers are 3-1 here for Labor Day. Now they've been very good Bombers teams, so give them that. But yeah, remember the good old stretch from 2005 to 2015 when we didn't lose? Straight years.
I think Daryl and family from Moose Jaw listening, they listen to the Rider games. They texted in the movie that Rob was referring to a minute ago was Arthur. I saw that on the sheet too, and I didn't throw that out because I didn't think that was it. Learn something.
Thanks, Daryl.
Every day. Thanks, Daryl. Good tech. We get smart listeners and participation always on the Prairie Land Rentals text line. Prairie Land Rentals, Husqvarna, anything you need or anything you need to rent, they can deliver at 600 Albert Street. You get to deal with the owner. It's a Western Pizza night. Me and the family. I'm feeling it. Thanks to everyone who participated in the Western Pizza guest hotline. So how we're going to do things here, we got Prairie Golf Gems coming up. Our local look at golf courses around Saskatchewan. Again, if there's one that you think we should talk about, we've done some great ones. I had Madge Lake. I still got to figure out a way to get out there. Got to get to Indian Head. Got to get to Melville last week. And then this week it's Cypress Hills. So a little bit of a jaunt. You can stop and maybe play in Swift Current, have little wongs, and keep going. Play some fall golf in the Cypress Hills. 9 holes. It's Willie Desjardins who will take us through that. You'll be surprised how long the 9 holes is out there, too. Some of you have played it. You get it. So let us know if there's a course that we should look at in the coming weeks for Prairie Golf Gems, brought to you by Flooring Superstore, Regina, and Cooper Tires. And then we are going to rerun Close into the Thumbs Up with Ajou Ajou. We're going to rerun the Ajou Ajou interview, if you missed it. Off day today, coming off his 3 catches last night in Baltimore for the Indianapolis Colts. So that's the rest of the show for you today. Maz is in next week. I'm on holidays, but I'll be tuning in. Maybe I'll jump in from time to time. So still more Sportscage to come. Ajou Ajou and Prairie Golf Gems. We're streaming at sportscage.com. We're on the home of local sports in Saskatchewan, 620 CKRM.
In the summertime, when the weather is fine, you've got groceries on your mind. Your favorite grocery store, Crawford's No Frills, is now open from 8 a.m. till 9 p.m. for all your summer shopping needs. Check out their weekly flyer and visit nofrills.ca for all the hot deals to match the hot weather. They also now have DoorDash, so you don't even need to leave your air-conditioned home to get your groceries. No bells, no whistles, no frills. Crawford's No Frills. They won't be beat.
Way to go, Travis Kelce. I mean, son.
As fun as it is watching your 5-year-old run the wrong way or pick dandelions on the football field, what if I told you you could watch your favorite sports or shows on the go anywhere? Well, you can with MaxStream TV from Echo Sound, your SaskTel authorized dealer. Take MaxStream anywhere you go.
Oh, wrong way, buddy.
MaxStream and great internet plans available at Echo Sound, your SaskTel authorized dealer in Fort Capel, echosound.ca.
Nelson Homes is having a summer blowout sale on quick possession homes that you don't want to miss out on. Get free delivery anywhere in Saskatchewan on select in-stock show homes and spec home RTMs. For more information, visit their website, homes.nlc.ca. Or for general information, call 1-800-661-6534. That's the Nelson Homes Summer Blowout Sale. Nelson Homes, trusted quality and service since 1949.
Get it hot, get it fast, Western Pizza.
Ugh, what do I want for supper? There's a bag of baby carrots, a slice of cheese that looks haunted.
Step away from the sad cheese, Dave.
What, the fridge? Since when do you talk?
Since you've been standing here for 10 minutes whispering pizza or cereal like it's a hostage negotiation. I'll make this simple. Order Western Pizza. You are welcome.
Get it hot, get it fast, Western Pizza.
The
This isn't about casual hikes or backyard barbecues. This isn't weekend warrior stuff. This is the real deal. You need serious gear for the serious outdoorsman. That's where Cash Tactical comes in. Ammo, optics, outerwear, and gear that won't quit. Just like you. Built to perform. Built to last. Whether you're stalking big game, landing a trophy fish, or camping off-grid, start with gear that's as tough as you are. Cash Tactical. Regina's hunting, fishing, and camping headquarters.
This summer, if you're thinking of a new building, think Olympic Buildings. They're engineered from top to bottom to be better than the rest. Strength, solid design, and impressive good looks are all standard on an Olympic farm building. Visit olympic-buildings.ca.
Text CKRM 306-936-6262. From skid steers to tents to power tools, anything you need to rent for that summer job is at Prairie Land Rentals. Deal with the owner, 600 Albert Street. If it's happening in sports in Saskatchewan, we've got it covered on Sportscage. Be part of the show. Call 936-6262 or toll free 1-866-767-0620. On your radio at 620 CKRM and online at sportscage.com.
Welcome back to the all-new Sportscage. Prairie Golf Gems has been the name of our new feature here, another local feature on the Sportscage where we look at Saskatchewan and area golf courses, maybe some that are off the beaten path, some that don't get the publicity of others. It's all brought to you by our friends at Flooring Superstore, Trent Dickin and his staff, over 20 years in the business. Their cash and carry prices, if you're a do-it-yourselfer, whether it's hardwood, laminate, carpet, anything like that, the cash and carry price is tough to beat. Go in there, check them out. And then also, if you have an insurance claim, you can go where you want. You don't have to go where your contractor tells you to go get the flooring redone. You can go to Flooring Superstore. They can hook you up. They do it every day. Thanks to Flooring Superstore for sponsoring Prairie Golf Gems. And also brought to you by Cooper Tires, made in North America. They're all seasons, the Discoverer line. You can visit any of your Cooper Tires retailer as they support local as well. All right, this week we're talking Cypress Hills Golf Course, another one in the province I've never played. I know a lot of people that have played it. I've never been there. Willie Desjardins joining us, who kind of heads up things down there, Willie. First off, I'm looking at the website here, and it's CypressHillsGolfCourse.com, and I would swear I'm looking at pictures of Waskesiu or Elk Ridge. Like, it's hard to believe.
It really is. It's because you're going down in the number one and you're going from Medicine Hat to Swift Current, and there's not a lot of trees. There's hardly any trees. And so you turn at Maple Creek, you turn and you go south, and you probably only go south for 20 miles. And you'll think maybe you'd get a few trees down there, but it's all lodgepole pine. And it's the highest elevation between Banff and, it's the same elevation as Banff.
Wow.
And it's the highest elevation between the Rockies and Labrador. So it's really a unique place, like lots of elk, moose in there. You know, there's lots of wildlife, so it's pretty special.
What's the history of the course, Willie?
I'm not totally sure. I think it was started in the 1930s. It was a sand green, 9-hole sand greens course. And I came in 87, and it was sand greens. And I took it over from the government in 87. They leased it. Mm-hmm. And so I leased it. We put in these artificial turf greens that weren't very good. Mm-hmm. It was pretty bad. And then in 2002, we put in irrigation and grass greens. Mm-hmm. And I was lucky I had a really, really good contractor, and he did an outstanding job on it.
It's 9 holes, like you said, grass greens. Is there a signature hole, I guess, or maybe a couple of holes on the 9?
Yeah, there's some really good holes. Like the one thing too, the greens are big. They're all just about 6,000 square feet greens, so they're huge greens and good elevation in them. The one story, so number 9's a really good hole because it's all lined in evergreens. Both sides are lined in evergreens. Mm-hmm. I brought the one side in 87. I planted all the one row down the side, so it's a double row. But those trees are huge. But on the left side are trees that have been there probably 70, 80 years, and I don't know how high they'd be, 30, 40 feet high. So the hole, it's a dog leg left, and from the back tees, you probably have to hit it 230 to the corner just to get around the corner to see the green, maybe 240. And, from the front tees, you can try to go over the trees.
Yeah.
But I'll never forget the first time. Darren Kruger is a pretty good golfer. He had the record in Swift Current at Elmwood for quite a while. And he came out with me, and he's a lefty, and he just got up to the hole. And he didn't even test the wind or anything. He just got up and hit it. And I said to him, Darren, give the hole a little bit of respect. Like at least look at it and know it's a challenge. But it's a good hole. It's a hard hole. And then probably 4 is a really good hole with there's a big coulee in front of it. I've seen guys fly the coulee, but you probably have to hit it 240 in the air, 250 in the air to fly the coulee. So it's a good hole.
It's obviously, you got the park there, tons of travelers. I'm sure that it does appeal to all skill levels. People can play the up tees and still have a good time.
It is. The one thing it's got is really wide fairways. So you don't, it moves traffic pretty well because the fairways are so wide. But, saying that, there's trees, and, if you get in the trees, obviously you get penalized. But, it's pretty fair for everybody. They don't have many front tees for the ladies, so probably could use a couple more front tees for the ladies. But, that is still a good course. And it's long. It's probably 3,600, so it's a long course.
Oh, wow. That is long for 9.
30, I think it's just about 35.
Really? That is long. What about events throughout the year? Are there any events that we should maybe tell people about?
Yeah, we don't. There's companies will come in. Different companies will come in and hold them, and then we just there's different ones where groups will come in, but nothing that maybe is ongoing. You always have the local ones, where people will come in, but. It's usually pretty open.
We're into August here, and then we're going to be pushing into September. And a lot of times, golf courses, when they're changing colors, it's beautiful. Is that kind of shoulder season, that later season, a time for people to maybe come out, that if they got time to head down there and play?
It honestly is the best time in September because we don't we're really busy in July, August. We have lots of traffic. But then in September, the course looks the best because there's just not as much traffic on it. So it looks unbelievable in September. And the other thing in September, because there's not the traffic, you'll get more wildlife. And that's the problem we have. We'll go out in the morning and the moose will be on the greens, tracking across. I've got photos with guys ready to putt and moose walking across. And there's one moose that he was down on it because when they drink, the moose have to go down on their knees, or lots of times they do. And there was a ball on the green, and this guy was down like he was lining up a putt. So there's some pretty good photos from it.
And then, if people do want to get out there and they've never been to the area, like myself, know about it, what would you say about, places to stay if a guy, going to go out, play 18, maybe stay the night and play again the next day?
Well, one, you can camp. You can tent. You can bring a camper, and then they got a 4-season resort there too. That's really good. It's outstanding. So there's lots of places, but it's not just golf. There's so many other things to do there. There's horseback riding. There's zip line. There's so many nature trails. So it really is a really unique place for people to see.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then just the last thing, obviously they can go online, they can find it to book, and if they want to call, when do you usually put the course to bed, Willie, up in the Cypress Hills? Because you said you got that elevation thing, but you are in the Southwest. When do you guys put the course to bed?
I'd say end of September. Sometimes we go into a little bit of October, but usually September, first week of October.
Sounds like a must-play. Anyone that's played the Cypress Hills golf course, I'm sure you know what it's all about. Always send us in a message if there's a golf course that we should be showcasing here. We got lots of golf season left. September is the best time to golf in the province, if you ask me. Just shoot us a text, 936-6262, or get in touch with us on our socials. You can slide in there and let us know if there's a golf course that we should feature on Prairie Golf Gems, brought to you by Flooring Superstores in Regina. Their cash and carry prices can't be beat. And also Cooper Tires, made in North America. It is the Sports Cage. Take a quick break. Come back with one of our interviews from earlier. We're streaming at sportscage.com and always on the home of local sports in Saskatchewan, 620 CKRM.
Yee-haw! It's the Ram Rodeo at Crestview Chrysler. That's right, folks. We got Ram trucks coming out the wazoo. So we're wrangling prices down with discounts of up to 18,200 buckaroos. Can you believe it? Ram Bighorns going for only $65 and change plus tax, or get 0% financing over 72 months on most models. We also have an impressive selection of cars and SUVs. But the Ram Rodeo's on right now at Crestview Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Regina.
To get the job done right, you need the right machine for the job. For better hay, the right machine is the 1316S Heston Disc Mower Conditioner by Massey Ferguson. The 1316S Heston is the rugged, high-capacity mower designed for reliable performance with a 16-foot working width. The